Hello there, friends, and welcome to Strangers in the Night, your source for late night VR gaming talk. I am your host, Wes, and with me, as always, are my good friends. What's up, Eric?
What's up, fellas?
How's it going, brother? You having a good Wednesday?
I'm having a good week, man. I've done a lot of VR this week, for play and for work, man. And when I get that much VR in, I'm loving it, man. Loving it.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of VR too, but the problem is like everything that I've been playing, like we're not allowed to talk about. So
That's
like,
true.
it comes time to do a show, and they're like, "What are we gonna do?" Well, let's do some demos, and thank God for these demos, huh, Roots? I mean, like perfect timing for us to have something that we can prep for quickly, huh?
Yeah, it's something we can pop into, check out, give impressions on. That's easy for us, and it's also people stuff that I was thinking about this earlier. People are curious about, and these devs want their games talked about, right? That's why they're in this fest to begin with. So I think it's a
Yeah,
win-win for everybody.
it's kind of like this show is kind of like an expansion of our wish list segment where we're trying to help out the new devs to VR, smaller devs to VR, getting their games out there, and then the good ones we can talk about, and the bad ones Eric can talk about.
Why do I always get stuck killing these games, man? I want to be happy with VR. I want to like gush over games and say how freaking great they are all the time.
We'll talk about that Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy video you were looking at before the show.
Dude, I just saw it before. Roots was telling me how good it was, and I hadn't had a chance to see it today because I've been playing fucking Ghost of Tabor, which is amazing, dude. So I haven't even had a chance to look at this other game. And yeah, I saw Roots told me like who was it, Wes? Who was the channel that had Flat to VR
Hmm?
has this
Yeah,
10-minute video of Hogwarts Legacy in the Unreal in Prey Dog's Unreal mod injector, and it's freaking awesome looking, man.
yeah, and PD did a video too because PD's got it up in reshade. So for those of you who aren't patient and don't want to wait on the
Mm.
full
Wait,
VR mod from Prey Dog, you
wait,
can play it in full 3D on day one.
How do
Pretty
wait.
you
cool.
how do you not wait? Although I'm playing it flat, so I guess it's not a good
Yeah, that don't
endorsement.
work, Roots.
But well, think about this though. Like after watching that video that Eric was talking about, like I was telling Eric this before the show, I can't get excited about Reshade. As amazing, like you were saying, Spider-Man looked amazing, and it did. But I've been into the Lou Gross mod, and I've been in that world, and it's not the same as looking at a flat screen with 3D. And so as amazing as the reshade is, if you're apt to wait, you should wait for the injector because that video looks like you're literally going to be in Hogwarts. Because this is the thing, and I was even telling my stream this as I was running around. I said I'm not going to pay too much attention to detail of the castle because I'm going to want to do that in VR. And even when did stop and look at a picture that's talking or a suit of armor that's doing something, it didn't look anywhere near what that video that we just watched before the show did. It's just not the same. It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't feel like you're in Hogwarts. So I think that's what the VR mod, for me at least, is really going to do. Just exploring it and checking out the areas, right? The castle and stuff.
Are you
So
gonna stop now though? Are you gonna stop and so you wait while you wait?
I don't know. Spry guy was telling me I should probably wait. It depends how long are we talking here, because I'm starting to get into the story, and
That's the question. That really is the question with this thing. How long or much longer are we gonna have to wait? We've thought it was coming any time now for months and months. So like,
but
are we gonna get it soon?
if they got this video out there and they were polling people, because in my opinion, they want to, obviously showcase if they take the top 5 games that everybody really wants to see and they put videos out about that, that's smart. Like, look at how much traction this one video has already gotten because everybody's so hyped on this Harry Potter. It's already huge. So, I don't know. It seems like it's closer than we think if we're seeing these videos out there, right? I don't know.
Yeah, you would think so. I mean, they do have, like you said, they're putting that poll out. I mean, obviously, with all the videos we've seen, the thing must be in playable condition already. They, of course, are taking their due diligence, like any good developer does, and trying to test as many games as they possibly can. But they're never going to be able to check them all. You would think that after they get a list of, say, like 40 or 50 games together that have been tested, they should launch it with an official approved list and then tell everyone, anything that's not on the list, play it at your own risk, and we'll eventually get around to all of them. Hopefully that's the approach they take. Hopefully they don't try to give us like hundreds of approved games
first.
because it might take till Christmas before we see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's going? When they're going to launch it? It's going to give me a big dilemma. They're going to launch it 2 weeks from today,
February 22nd.
I still would have no dilemma.
I know, dude. Harry Potter all the way.
Oh. I don't care. No way. I'll be playing freaking Call of the Mountain.
I would go. I'd probably. This is what would happen. Realistically, I'd go into Call of the Mountain for like an hour, and then I'd go into Harry Potter for like 3 hours or something, and just try to balance.
I go into Call of the Mountain, and then I go into GT7, and then I go into.
I don't have a wheel though. I had a wheel. Well, that's true. I don't need a wheel. I don't need no wheel.
You don't need to slum it with a wheel. These
are
controllers.
But we talked about last week about some of the controller options, and someone informed me of something after the show that we weren't aware of when we were talking about this last week. Is that yes, you can use the DualSense gamepad, and someone even said that you can't use the individual controllers at all. But when you use the DualSense, it uses the gyroscopes and magnetometer sensors in the thing. So you actually turn the gamepad like a wheel to steer. You don't use the sticks, or at least you have the option not to use the sticks. You can just turn the gamepad like you're turning a wheel. I think that's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. Kind of like the old school Wii controllers, right?
Right. And think about this. What if TAS designs like a wheel to insert the controller into?
Oh, that's coming.
He's working on it right now.
Yeah,
he didn't have the idea. He's probably he's like, oh shit, I gotta go get this done.
he just clicked off the TV to his wife and said, honey, I gotta go work on something. Guido was just asking me if I got put in Slytherin, and the hat tried to do that. He tried to put me in Slytherin. I knew it was gonna happen, and I convinced him. I gave him a little sweet talking, and he slid me into Gryffindor. I had to give him an extra 20. But
you just went into Slytherin, been the evil Ruuts for this game.
Played
as good Ruuts when you go to play the VR game.
That's true. I don't know, man. I just, it would have felt weird. I would have had to look over my shoulder all the time. All the Slytherin in there.
You know who else loves good Ruuts?
My mom.
Oh yeah, she does. You guys heard that, right? I don't know why GTs couldn't hear it.
You know who else likes when you slither in?
My mom.
Oh yeah, she does.
Yeah,
She's a dirty girl.
She is. She's probably Slytherin.
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, super excited to cover what we're covering tonight. I mean, Next Fest demos aside, which we'll get to in just a moment, I never tried the Vertigo 2 demo. And recently when they released their new trailer, the Half-Like trailer, it really got me excited to want to play this game when it releases next month. And it dawned on me when we were trying to throw a show together last minute earlier today that there's this demo that's been recently remade, available on Steam. And so after we get through all the Next Fest stuff, I'm going to play Vertigo 2 demo for the very first time live on the air for you guys tonight, and I'm really looking forward to it. The menu screen already has me like going wow, so I gotta imagine this game's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's not going to be hard to peel yourself away from PlayStation VR 2 to come play this game. You know what I mean? It's going to be like you said, it's going to be the one thing that you actually make you want to get away from your PlayStation VR 2 for a little bit just to check it out.
So basically what it means is I've got about a month to finish Horizon and RE7 or RE8, and then Res, and then
Well, the good news is every other day or every 3 or 4 days we hear another game that's delayed a little bit. So what was it today that I heard?
Yeah, but I mean, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away, man. Like they take away Switchback, and then you get all bummed out until they come back with uh, Garden of the Sea, and then everything's all better again.
What,
fuck,
what was
man?
what was the game that they took away today though? I can't remember. There was a game that
Today,
somebody said there was they posted either in the Discord or it was on Twitter that there was a game that that is getting delayed, and I can't remember what it is. I think it was on Twitter.
Do you think Sony was like, look, we're gonna have all these awesome games. Let's bring like a couple that are just complete yawn fest games, and like we'll bring those in, and then just so it balances it out. You know, we can't have too much goodness. We need to bring some shooters in to have some. It makes the good games look even better, right? When you have some really shitty games.
This is
So
the
maybe
thing.
they're like, look, let's bring Garbage of the Sea. Let's bring freaking What's a Bat. Let's
This is
bring,
the thing.
Beat Saber. You know, let's
for
bring
those
the shitty ones in.
for those studios, that's the hugest thing. I mean, this for What the Bat or Garden of the Sea. That's so big for them. So I guess I mean it's maybe not something I want to play, but it does kind of cover that basis, and it's huge for those studios. So kudos to them for being able to be in that lineup. It's just I have no interest in playing a game that I had no interest playing to begin with. PCVR,
How much do you think
and I'm
it's gonna
talking
cost?
about What
How
the
much do you think
Bat.
it's going to be? It's $24.99. What the Bat on Quest. How much do you think it's going to be on PlayStation? Is this a $60 PlayStation game?
It's probably 30. Don't they have a $5 PlayStation fee or something?
Maybe it could be $50. Who knows? I have no idea. I mean, they're getting $24.99 on Quest.
It is the best game of 2022.
It is.
It's not.
there was a game that actually did that. We joke about What the Bat coming out for $60 on PlayStation, but there was it Galaxy's Edge, Tales from the Galaxy's Edge, that was like $50 or $60 on the PlayStation Store.
But it didn't have all of
Could
the. It didn't
The
have
DLC.
more than just or have the DLC or no?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it's the complete edition with both parts, but still,
Yeah,
like,
and it's
well,
going to be
the-
remastered. You know.
I shouldn't be talking shit about. Let me look and see exactly what it is. I don't want to have Simplex skewer me in the comments later. All right, so let's see here.
Yeah, Brandon says 50. So he thinks
So,
it's
yeah.
50.
It's that's tough, man. I like Tales from the Galaxy's Edge. I really do. Especially the second part of it. I thought was really fun, and I am looking forward to playing it again. I really am, because of the enhancements, especially through the haptics that they've made, making the weapons all have their own unique feel. With that said, you know, having not played it yet, I think the price might be a little steep. I think $40 would be a little easier to swallow.
What if it's increased, fidelity? Because this is going to be we didn't get a PCVR version of this game, right? This is only a Quest game,
Right.
So what
That's
if
right.
this is the closest thing we're going to get to a PC game? I mean, what if the visuals are just like, you know, out of your mind good? You know what I mean? And we're like, if it's because it's supposed to be like a remastered edition, right? I mean, so if we're getting the haptics and everything, and it's like way better looking than the Quest version, is it worth it?
Well, it is Star Wars, and the story, we did say it felt like it was a legit, like you were in a Star Wars cartoon, like the acting, the way that, you know, just everything about it. I mean, it's old
music.
hat for us, but it, you know, I think if they do it right, it's probably going to be a really amazing version of it, probably the best version of it. You know, if they just port it
you know what I
over.
really you know what I really dug about it, that I was just thinking about today, was the side mission that you play as the bounty hunter droid, and you're going through the
Yeah.
compound and trying
Yeah,
to
that was cool.
hunt down. Yeah, I really enjoyed that particular piece of content.
They do that with each one though. Like they gave you a little bit of Jedi one in the first one. Remember where you could become a Jedi, but it was only a short one, and then they give you the assassin droid. But like I wanted more of that. Like it was super cool. I'm like I want to get more of that, and they just give you like a little bit of taste. But I don't know. It's weird.
So yeah, I'm looking. That's one of the things, Roots, that's really surprised me a lot about some of these. And you know, some of these ports we could care less about, but stuff like this, stuff like Rez and Thumper and Tetris Effect, I'm almost as excited for those as I am for a lot of the newer games. Now, of course, I'm not talking about the big ones, but you know, some of these newer ports and some of the stuff that's launching on multiple platforms, like I'm just as excited to play Thumper with all of the haptics and you know, well, you know what's going on here. The haptics, the extra inputs with the triggers, the wider field of view compared to like a Quest. I'm almost as excited for like stuff like that, Tetris Effect and Res Infinite, as I am say like Vacation Simulator. Like who gives a shit about that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's got to do something different, something with the features, right? With the haptics, or even just the way it looks with the OLED or whatever. So some of these games, they're just, and I'm over the fact of going into a new headset and looking to see how good it looks compared to, does it look better this version, that version. But I am not over. I've never gone in and seen how how eye tracking affects it, or something like Tetris Effect, where it was something special between the music, the haptics, the gameplay, all of it being brought together, and now being on an even more of a higher level, right? The bar was raised, so I get excited for that as well.
Here's a good example. So Thumper was a PSVR launch title on the original PSVR. Are you more excited to play Thumper, this 6-year-old game that's being revamped with new haptics and stuff, or are you more excited to play Kayak VR Mirage, which is going to be worth a playthrough with the new OLED panels and stuff? Yeah, all day, right? A game that we played. You know, I've played that game dozens of hours across all the platforms. And I've got like maybe 2 hours in the Kayak at the most.
Right. And I don't think about going back to Kayak VR. I'll go into it and for the colors and the way it looks, but I you know, somebody blew me away. They were talking about they have, you know, and don't get me wrong, if somebody does it, but they were like, I got it, man. I got Kayaks, my first game I got downloaded. And it's what everybody's into, right? But I sometimes I feel like we just have access to too much. And so we just don't appreciate some of the things that maybe we should. Maybe we should really appreciate it. Maybe if I was really into kayaking in real life. But I'm like Eric, it's an experience, and I've experienced it. I'm done.
I'll go in. I'll go into the PlayStation for 5 minutes. I'll look around and go, "Wow, this looks really, really good. It looks just as good as it does on my PC." Okay, what's next? I mean, there's just nothing there. I mean, it's not. Give me a game. Give me something to play. I'd rather go play
Eric.
2 of these mods that we played tonight, or I mean, 2 of these demos.
So, Eric, if you have to choose between PSVR launch title Res Infinite versus fairly recent release Cosmonius High,
ooh, that's a hard one.
Which one do you pick?
That one's super easy. Come on, Res Infinite's a classic game, and it's gonna I think it's gonna look great on the headset.
All right. So if you have to pick one for your library and the other one gets deleted forever, would you pick Res Infinite or a bundle with Cosmonius High, What the Bat, and Garden of the Sea?
Oh my God! You get a triple. Oh my God! You got the trifecta right there, Eric.
You remember? I know
these
that
are,
I'm like
these are all new releases. One of them was the game of the year last year.
I know, right?
Which one do you pick?
I mean, one of them's by Alchemy Labs. I mean, it's a great studio. Admittedly said that they missed on this game. They knew it. But you remember, maybe I'm just too old. Nobody remembers this. Do you guys remember the story of the E.T. Atari game?
Yes.
That they had, it didn't sell enough that it was such a bad game that they ended up burying them in the desert somewhere. You could take this whole bundle of every digital copy and then bury him somewhere, and nobody would miss him anywhere. Exactly. Bury him right next to that game. Bury him right next to ETV Atari.
I played it. I remember you had to go after the Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, people played it because it was ET, and you're like, "What the fuck is this thing?" I'm playing Marineverse. What the hell?
You know what?
Marineverse is coming to PlayStation VR 2 launch title.
Is it really?
A lot of people.
Can I take the
It's got to
test?
be. It's got to be. It's
I
going to be
want to
like
take the
announced
test,
tomorrow.
bro.
They're gonna delay. They're gonna take away, and they're gonna delay something tomorrow. Like Call the Mountain, and they're gonna Marineverse will be the one that they put into place.
If they delay Call the Mountain West and Marineverse comes out, will you play that first instead?
Well, here's my thing, man. Like a lot of things have been said about the launch lineup, and I'm pretty satisfied with it. Although I got to admit, I'm a bit disappointed at the lack of cooking games.
Oh God, yeah,
like-
we need another one.
Like if you go to Quest, man, you have this wide selection of awesome cooking games. Not one on PlayStation VR 2.
Yeah,
I think
and you know what?
Can you cook in Garden of the Sea? You might even be able to cook in there. I don't know.
I don't
That's a
know,
good
but
point.
I don't even know if they have hand tracking. But I want the air guitar for the PSVR 2 lineup. What was the name of that game?
Like Unplugged?
Yeah, Unplugged. I still don't want that game.
Played a demo tonight of a game that is way better than that, and this is a demo. This is an indie demo.
Well, why don't we go ahead? Well, no, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Where are my manners? Let's say hello to our friends in chat, and then we'll move on to talking about some demos. Radio Runt's here. Radio Runt's been playing Fallout 76 Roots.
I know, that's crazy. I asked him, Radio Run, what do you think, man? That's if you like Fallout, and that's actually a really cool game that you can play multiplayer in an open world setting with hundreds of people. It's cool. Well, I think it's only 20
Ryan
per
Brandon's
server.
here. Ryan Brandon says, "Am I the only one that doesn't care for Call of the Mountain?" Well, I mean, you haven't played it, bro.
Yeah, unless he played it and we didn't know about it.
I just my fear is that I'm expected to go in and gush over how everything looks, and I'm supposed to climb a ladder and use a bow and arrow, and I just want this really cool story narrative that pulls me through. And as long as I've got that, which I think is going to be there, I'm fine. If I go in and it's like Nathy was saying, I just want whatever game it was, an experience. I don't want an experience. I want it to be a game experience story. But nobody's gone through this thing. Everybody's done the same demo, so who knows what the fuck it is. I think
here's
it's
what
going
I
to be
think.
really good, but
Here's what I think your process is going to be. I think you're going to go in a bit skeptical, just hoping that it's going to be good. You're going to ride the little boat ride thing and be like, all right, that's cool, but let's play. You're going to start playing and you're going to be, okay, now maybe some of my fears are being realized here. This might not be very good at all. And then by the time you get an hour to 90 minutes in, you're going to be, oh, okay, now I get it. Now I see this is fucking amazing.
yeah, I think so too. I think it'll be good.
Agreed. And they already released this week like some of the story that's involved with it, like some of the backstory, and it seems like it's gonna be pretty deep. I'm looking forward to fleshing it out.
And beyond that, I mean, the second trailer that they released, that 30-second spot we ran on Sunday, there's a lot of really cool like combat sequences in there with multiple enemies, and I think it's going to be really good.
Burger time. Do we need Burger Time VR? And you could run around. Remember the little pickles running around?
Oh,
Cool.
Yeah. Zombies here. What's up, Zombie 5150? Ryan Brandon, we said hello to Hawk 107 is here. He says thumbs down for kayak. All right, sorry, bro. Space Denison says Thumper is crazy. Think about this, Space Denison. That game is already so tactile. But think about the combination of the advanced haptics in the controller, the headset haptics, and the Tempest 3D audio as you're, sliding along to that constant rhythm of boom, boom, boom. And then you start grinding your way around the corners and you start skipping off the track with all those little things. I mean, you're going to feel all of that stuff. It's going to be crazy, dude. It was already crazy.
Do you think the Pulse 3D headset will be good?
This is my question. Ruuts, you're reading my mind. I was going to ask if you guys are going to get the Pulse 3D headset.
I have it. I got it a
You think you're better than me because you got the Pulse 3D? I can get it.
This man legitimately thinks that he is better than us.
Yeah, I bought it
Well,
when I got the PS5 a long time ago. I never used it, so I'm like kind of excited that I have them and I can use it for something.
I've already got good headphones. but beyond that, I also happen to have the only pair in the world of VR ears that actually sound good, apparently. And I think that's what I'm going to do is just mount my VR ears on there.
They're gonna fit.
But you guys tried
Yeah,
the
I would
the
think
3D
so.
Pulse ones, right? Like didn't they use them or
Yeah.
no?
They were quiet for me. They were really quiet.
I wonder if they had them turned down. How about you, Eric?
Yeah, same. But you know what? You're in such a noisy environment. I mean, it's so loud there that we couldn't even use our mics and stuff. You know, it's just so loud. So I don't know. I'd like to get them. I'd like to try them. I may try the Conquest Pro ones that mount on my headsets. I think I can probably get them to work. There's a 3.5 millimeter jack on the thing, right?
Yeah.
Radio
I'm gonna
Ron
try those.
says
And for what it's worth,
VR ears suck, and he still uses them on his Rift.
well, that's a good point. I think the Rift S is the worst integrated audio I've ever heard on anything.
Yeah.
But I tell you, my VR ears don't suck. Eric, remind me when we go to San Francisco next month to bring my VR ears and let you check
Yes,
them
that's
out.
a good idea.
And then you tell me if they suck, and if they
Yeah.
suck, I'll just admit it. But I don't think they do.
They suck.
No,
just kidding.
I'll bring the Conquest Pro so you can try those and see. We'll compare them.
Sure. And for what it's worth, my go-to, like on my Rift S over there that I'm getting ready to pick up, my go-to on my Oculus headsets is a pair of $12 Sony headphones from Amazon, which are great. They're very comfortable over every headset, and they sound pretty good, man. That's been my go-to for years. Like I had a pair that I won at work a few years back, and I used them so much they're starting to get old. So literally, when I was buying Christmas presents this year, I just went ahead and picked up 2 more pairs of those Sony headphones.
That's a good idea.
And
Might
they're
as well,
great, man.
right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, at any time here, any given time, we've got at least 3 people playing video games somewhere in this house. So
It's worth it,
helps
huh?
to have a lot of headphones. Yeah.
Brandon VR
anyway,
says Conquest Pro do suck. Did you try them, Ryan? Or you just don't like the price of them?
Yeah.
they look bulky. If I remember correctly,
that is probably the only thing. I mean, they're not huge. I mean, they're not that big. I mean, they're probably not much bigger than your VR ears. How big are your VR ears?
Well, I mean, I don't have them where I can grab them, but yeah, I guess the base of them are kind of big, like the sliding part. I don't know. We'll see. We'll compare. Maybe we do a video on it while we have some downtime, if we have any downtime.
This is it right here. I mean, it's got the little arm that.
Oh, they're not like that. They're not that big.
No.
No.
But they're adjusted. These are adjusted. So the cone isn't that big, or is just the arm?
Hold on.
Just curious.
So let me ask you guys this: what are you taking to San Francisco to deal with all the feces, or have you thought that far?
What do you like? What do you want me like? Should we hang out with it? You mean?
Well, I thought maybe you should go help clean up the streets, man.
Brian, I don't know what you're putting them on that they don't stay on, but I have a video coming out tomorrow where I just put them on the Quest Pro, the Vario Aero, the Quest 2, Quest 1. I don't know what happened. Maybe you got a bad pair or something, but if you're not putting them on correctly, man, I don't know. But I have 2 separate pairs here, one in black and one in white. they fit perfectly on like 5 different headsets. The only one I have a tough time getting it on is the M2 Pro from
maybe that's what he's using
from Bobo. But you can still get them on. You just have to. There's a certain way you have to put them on.
There you go, Ryan. You need to watch Masher's video coming out. He'll show you step by step.
Show you, bro. I'll take care of you, Ryan. I'll take care of you, bro.
Here they are, Eric. These are my VR
All right, let's
ears.
see what do these things look like.
I mean, they're not tiny.
They're the best.
How much? Can you still buy these now?
No.
Yeah, they're still pretty big.
They're cheap now. They're actually the prices, they go on sale all the time.
I think they're like $7. Can you get them for like $70? I don't know.
I think they were
Oh,
like
I'd
50
say they're
recently.
close to the same size. I don't know.
They were like $50 the last time I saw them go on sale.
Yeah, Brandon says he has the M2 Pro.
So just Todd is the best person to talk to for that. He got them on. There's a special way you have to put them on to make it fit that, but he got it to fit perfectly. But that is the only thing. These are heavy. I don't know how heavy yours are, but these are pretty heavy. So they are going to add some weight.
Brucey No Sheds Gamecast asked the Pulse headset can connect wirelessly now, right? It didn't for PSVR 1. I think so. The thing with the PSVR 1 is that the 3D audio was processed in the processor box, and now there's no processor box. All that's being done through PS5. So yeah, I think the 3D audio will work just fine. Plus, the PS5 has a dedicated chip just for 3D audio for all games. So yeah, I
So
think
it's
we're
gonna
good on
sound
that.
amazing in my Pulse headset, and I can't wait.
Maybe I should get the Pulse
I think
headset.
you
Maybe
should.
like Ruuts.
It's like
Mickey,
$100. I think they're worth it. They were
Mickey
only,
Berry says I use my VR ears every day.
do they
Maybe
sound
Radio
good?
Run is
Yeah,
the only
man.
one who got a bad one then. Maybe
Yeah.
everybody else is good. Maybe Radio Run.
There were other people. I think Rendered Reality said that theirs sucked. There's been a couple other people that have fought me on this.
Some people's
There's a lot
ears are
more
just
people who say they
broken.
don't like them. Yeah.
I'm just very worried with Rebuff right now. Like Rebuff has gone completely silent. I don't even know what they do
Yeah.
anymore. I don't even know if they're in business, to be honest with you. Like they
They're
might just be
just
selling
they're
out what they have.
yeah, they're having a fire sale every other day.
Yeah.
And that's why I say if people who are upset about the PSVR 2 not having like integrated audio, it might be worth throwing 50 or 60, 70 bucks down. Like the only reason I didn't recommend VR ears when they launched is because they were like what, 150 bucks,
They're
something
expensive,
crazy.
man. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're Rebuff Reality selling all their stuff for cheap now. So
Or you can get the Pulse
I-
for $99, which is actually pretty fair price point for something that's wirelessly connects and is designed for your for that console.
Yeah.
and
I do have to say
for what
too
it's,
with the Pulse, I normally don't like over the ear headphones. Like when I'm wearing a VR headset, I find they don't fit on right and they feel bulky. But I didn't have a problem, Wes. Did you with the ones at the demo?
no, they were comfortable. They were
Like
comfortable.
didn't bother me at all. Like I wasn't like adjusting them or anything.
Yeah, no, they were fine. They were comfortable, just like everything Sony makes. I will say this though, people kind of poo-poo the earbuds that are included with the PSVR 2. That my earbuds that came with PSVR 1 were great, and I used them for years, not just on my VR headset, but on other things too.
They
And
didn't
these
give me one
ones,
for Quest. Quest didn't even give me them, right? So
that was no, and that was my point. Is like, so these earbuds they kind of just they route the wire along the head strap, and you can literally when you store it, there's a little slot you stick them in, so they stay on the headset and out of the way the whole time. And then when you put your headset on, you just grab them out of the little slot and stick them in your ears. And I would take that 10 times out of 10 over the integrated strap audio that you see in Oculus headsets. It's going to sound better and it's going to be comfortable. There's not going to be wires dangling everywhere.
besides
Give
the
me that
fact
any day.
everybody would be bitching if it was $100 more. Like
Oh
at
God,
some
yeah.
point,
Could you imagine if it was $650? Holy God!
yeah,
people would
at some
shit a brick.
point, everything costs money. That technology is they're not making money on that technology. I guarantee on that headset at that price point. So I don't know.
Anyway, shout out Mickey Barrios. Shout out Tatum. He says the Pulse are good, especially for the $99 price point. What's up? We already said hi to Brucey. What's up, Space Dennison? We said hi to you. Assassin32 says, I made it. Well, welcome. Congratulations. You made it.
Just made it. Just made it.
You just made it.
Let's see who else is here. Scrolling. Guido's here. What up, Guido? Chinatown D. What's up, girl? Fat Boy Vernon. He says, hi, the three amigos. What's up, Vernon? Chris Duncan, hello. Good to see you, friend. A few people staying up late with us tonight. People like Mind Jive. What's up, Mind Jive? VR Spry Guys here. I think we've ruined Spry Guy's sleep cycle, man. I remember back when we first started doing these, Spry Guy, he couldn't make it until he always had to catch the replay. But we're seeing him pretty regular in here now on Wednesday. So
Yeah.
Good to see you. He's
We're
up
talking
partying
about
all night.
Overgees last week. Haven't seen Overgees
Yeah.
in forever.
Oh,
It's been a bit. Salvador, what's up, friend? Lee VR's here too. Good to see you. Anyone else? Alakazam is here. Alakazam was first. Well, he says he was first, but I see people before him. You know what? No four-wheeling today, though. Four-wheeling's normally right up at the top of Spry Guy. But shout out four-wheeling, who I'm sure is watching this on replay later. And that concludes my my roll call. If I missed you, I apologize. Thank you, everyone who stayed up super late with us tonight. We're going to make it worth your while, I promise. So why don't we start on that, guys? And what do you think, Ruuts? You know, we've got scenes set up here for a couple of the better ones that we've played, but should we let Eric go ahead and shit on the ones he wants to shit on right off the top?
If he wants to. I don't have any scenes pulled up for it, but yeah. What was on that list, Eric, that sucked?
I mean, first I'll just say in general, the Steam Next Fest is a great thing to do, right? It's a great thing for indie developers to be able to show off their games, whether it be flat or VR. But here's the thing. If you're an indie developer and you're not ready to put your game on Steam, don't put it on Steam, because you look like fucking idiots if I can't launch your fucking game, man. If I can't even get into your game, or if it crashes every time, or it's a janky mess, you think you just helped yourself by getting yourself on Next Fest?
He's
People are
talking to
laughing at
you, Mother Gunship Forge.
Oh, I love Mother
Oh, I'm
Gunship
sorry.
Forge. I love Mother Gunship Forge. But there's some games on here that I'm like, and look, I deal, and you know, I know this is a good opportunity for developers, but look, I deal with developers every day. And I have developers coming to me going, I don't want to show you on my demo yet because it's not polished enough. If they don't want to show me, okay, who's a guy who's in VR, you know, and does and looks at these games for a living, do you think they should be showing their game to everybody on Steam, to people that might jump into VR for the first time and go, hey, I just got this headset, I'm going to try this game on here? I mean, it's not 2014 anymore. You cannot come out and put shit games out there for people to try in a demo. God, and this is a fucking 10-minute demo, for God's sakes. If you can't polish your demo up enough to get it on here and have it run properly for 10 minutes, don't do it. Wait. You look like idiots.
You know what, Ruuts? Obviously, Eric experienced a lot of disappointment with the Steam Next Fest. You know what I found extremely disappointing? No Uper de Grad 2. The whole reason we decided to do this segment was so that we could play Uper de Grad 2, and you go there and it's not even on the...
They said they were going to have a playable demo.
Yeah, but
maybe,
they did exactly what we just said. They said, you know what? It's not ready. We're just not going to put it out because we want when it does come out, we want people to have a good memory of this game. Because that's the thing, dude. If I go into one of these games Eric just went into that was crap, even if it's really good when it releases, my first thought when I think of it is going to be of that Next Fest. And oh yeah, I remember I played that game. It was dog shit, and I'm not even going to try it. You know, so
Eric, I think this Next Fest lineup in general is a pretty good indicator of the direction that PCVR has been going in overall. Last time we did Next Fest, there was probably 10 good demos in the thing, right? And now we're sitting here talking about 2 or 3.
Yep, the last time I did this one, because I actually did like a video on all of them, there was 21 games last time, and I would say there was probably 10 or 11 really decent demos in there. And you're gonna get your bad games in there too, but I mean, if you give me half that are great, but that's fantastic. But I picked out 6 games to try. One of them, it was laughable. It was so bad. It was 2 of them were laughable. It was so bad. One of them I can't even launch. None of us could. We all wanted to go in and try this game, Formula Retro Racing, which it's a flat game that you can also launch in VR. And I thought it was just me. I shut my computer down 3 times because I thought maybe I was somewhere in Steam and it was blocking it or something. So I'm like, shit, I'm just going to scrub everything, start from scratch, load everything up in a different way this time. And I could not, for the life of me, get this game to load. Thankfully, you guys had said the same thing, because I probably would still be trying. I mean, how idiotic do you look as a game developer if you're on the Steam Next Fest and you're touting that you're a VR game and you can launch in VR and nobody can launch your game? I mean, you look terrible.
You know, I didn't try real hard with this one. I tried to boot it a few times. It may be the case, and I don't know if you guys put the time in to try this. It may be the case that you have to launch it flat the first time, go into the settings and enable VR mode, and then put your headset on. Some games do that.
I tried. I couldn't do it. And there's no directions in there that says you need to do that.
Did you play it flat?
read. No, it played flat automatically.
Oh,
So like it, and you know, because it comes up on my flat screen, like I can hear the audio in my headset, and I can see the picture on my monitor. So I could play it flat, and I could hear it through my headset, but all I see is the generic Steam, or the Steam landscape when I'm in there. It never goes to the game, and I can hear the game going. And if I hit the A button on the controller, I can get it to play flat, but it won't go into VR.
how about with the Quest Pro pass-through? No, I guess it's probably
Can you
not
see
ideal, right?
Oh my
You know,
god!
one thing that I thought was cool about it, if it actually worked in VR, is that it had the remote play enabled. So like,
Yeah, I saw
even
it.
if there's not even if there's not a multiplayer feature in game, you could do it through Steam.
Yeah, that is cool.
This game made Grid Legends look like the best game ever, just because it can't even launch. I mean,
Well, at least Grid
ridiculous.
Legends started in VR.
Yeah, exactly. I'm playing VR. I played
don't
this other
even
game
wanna
called Vrekken VR Ekken. It's supposed to be like a take on VR Tekken, I think, because it's a fighting game. This game is a steaming pile of shit. The
Vive Port
detection
Infinity.
is so bad. The detection is so bad that when the guys go down on the ground, you're supposed to be able to walk up to them and grab them and just like bang their heads off of stuff. It's supposed to like have like cool physics to it. You can't even get close to them because when you get close, your feet hit them and kick them across the room. So I can't even get close enough to grab them.
Did you kick
And
them?
the game
Right,
launches.
so,
I would have kicked them around
so-
for a while.
really quickly, our friend Fluke is in the chat, and as I was just speculating a moment ago, he says Retro Racing has a VR option from the flat screen front end menu. So yeah, you just have to find the option to toggle it on to play it in
Tried
VR.
to do it. I couldn't do it. I'll try again. I'll give it another shot. But shit, put that. You know what? Retro Racing. You may want to put that somewhere in your freaking explanation of your game. Then, if that's the case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially in a
Or-
demo.
Here's how I think. Here's how I'm going to handle it, Roots. I'm going to wait 2 weeks, and I'm going to play Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah, and it'll be just as
Exactly.
good as retro. Oh, probably be better. Actually, Dee's been unlocking the license, and I guess that's a lot of work, dude. I'm really starting to
Yeah.
debate if I should be going in and trying to get my license.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the
Yeah.
same thing. I asked Wes. I'm like, Wes, what do you think we should do? Because we're gonna want to play like multiplayer, right? When it comes out.
Maybe here's a radical idea for you gentlemen, for you to think on. Maybe next week we do, for the first time ever on Virtual Strangers channel, we talk about a flat game. Maybe we all go in and get our license this week. Hell, maybe we even real time review it with my wheel on camera.
That would be cool, man. That's a good.
We'll see,
idea.
man. We'll see. We'll think about that. We're breaking one of the cardinal rules if we do that. Roots been covering flat games on our VR channel.
Well, it's right before it goes to VR, because then we can follow it the next week with a conversation of what's different, how much better it is or not better. Is it preferable to play flat? I can't imagine it would be, but
I'd say we give it a couple weeks. Like maybe we cover it flat next week, and then we're gonna have other stuff to talk about on launch. We're obviously going to be talking about Horizon and Resident Evil 7 right off the top. Maybe we do GT7 the next week.
but Ryan
Because
Brandon's
again-
not interested in Call of the Mountain. We'll knock that off our list. now.
Sorry, bro.
I think he's going to be interested. I think he is. I don't know. I think he is. I do want to say, though, I did check. It wasn't all bad here. I'll talk about this one game that I want to talk about before we get into the ones that we have that we're going to deep dive into. And that was Band Space. I was telling you guys about that earlier. I'm a huge Rock Band fan. I have been forever. Like, I still have the Rock Band drum kit. I have the guitars. I have the microphone. Like, my family with Rock Band for years, we went in and just got in as a family and just had fun playing Rock Band.
Partridge
And I loved
Family.
Hell yeah, man! Danny Partridge is awesome, and and this Band Space, I gotta say, it pleasantly surprised me. I get in there and I'm like, wow, this is gonna be a crappy game because I was already having a bad night with it with all the other ones, and I'm like, this is really great. The music hard. You had some hard hitting stuff. You had some other stuff that was a little bit lighter, but it was still good. I thought it was like I thought it was really well done. You can get in there with 4 players. You have you can play drums. You can play piano or keyboard. You can play bass guitar and lead guitar that play different from each other. Like a lot of times you play bass and you play the lead guitar, and it's basically the same thing. It's just it's supposed to be like less hard for the bass guitar. Here it played completely different. Like the controls were completely different between the two. I liked it. The way the notes came at you made sense. It was very much reminiscent to a rock band. The way you held the controller and strummed the guitar, they don't try and do hand tracking like Unplugged where it doesn't work. It didn't feel like I wasn't holding anything. I did have the controllers in my hand. And, man, it worked really good. I was really surprised. And to be able to have a multiplayer like that you can get into and play 4-player. The only miss I see here, which I was telling you guys, no microphone.
What?
Like you need to have a singer, I think.
Oh, I was going to say.
And they might do
need,
that.
We need Wes's velvety voice. Be
Dude,
singing
can you
in
imagine
there.
Wes? Yeah, that'd be awesome. We
I've been
could get
thinking
a
a
band
lot
together,
about
guys.
Virtuoso lately. That one from Fast Travel, or the one that Fast Travel published.
Mm.
Do they have a mic option in that one? Because I know you can like legitimately make music in the thing. I'm wondering how many tracks you can dub over, and if you can add mic from the headset, or if you would need to do that in post.
Yeah,
That's a good question. I did cover that game too. I remember that was actually part of the Next Fest last year, I think, was Virtuoso, a little small demo of it. But yeah, I did cover it, but I don't remember the mic.
So I put a poll up in the chat for those of you who are interested. Should we cover Gran Turismo 7 next week? So far, it's pretty overwhelming yes, although it's not unanimous. I will say this about next week as well. If we cover Gran Turismo 7 next week, it won't be the only PlayStation VR launch game that we're going to be covering. There's another one we're going to be covering, and I think as we discuss the game next week, we might have the dev coming on with us to talk about it too. Yeah, so we got a good one lined up for next week already, whether or not we play GT7.
Yeah. Fabster says, did you guys see Nathan's PSVR 2 impression video got taken down? I did, actually. I was just talking to them about that before the show. Crazy times.
Apparently, he sent a message to him in his appeal, and his whole appeal was, "Do you know who I am, bro?" I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. It was a copyright strike. I haven't, obviously we can't go back and watch it now to see if there's any copywritten material in there. But he should, if he thinks it's unjust, he should fight it. Not that it will necessarily do any good. But he should try it regardless.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's that's enough talking about some bullshit. Let's talk about some actual good demos that you can play on Steam right now for free. Which one do we got first, Ruuts? Oh, this is the what's it called?
Events at Unity.
Events at Unity Farm.
Yep, Farm. Yep.
This I really liked. This is a kind of it's not really a puzzle game. I mean, there's puzzles in it, and they describe it as a puzzle game, but it's kind of an all-around story-driven adventure game. It's got puzzle elements. It's got combat elements. It's a lot of exploration, but it's very heavily narrative-driven. Ruuts, one of the things that really surprised me about this demo was just how much game that they're giving away for free. I played this a little over an hour just to get through the demo level on it, and it really feels like you're just getting started when you get to the end of it.
Yeah, I didn't get that far into it, but I was really impressed with just the production, the story. I actually was kind of just right off the bat, kind of intrigued with what was going on, and the acting. Whoever this little girl is that they got, I thought it was done very well. So far, what I played of it anyway.
All of the audio worked pretty impressive, right, Eric?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. It was eerie. I mean, you could hear like things all in a distance, and I thought the audio was fantastic. And this is like opposite of the other games. I just went off on those other games. Here's a demo they really took some time with, and you're right, they gave you a lot here. I did see you had like 60 some minutes in here. I did not get that far. I probably got maybe 40 minutes in or so, but I love that it's got some combat elements to it too, with like using these spells and stuff. So it's not just a puzzler. But the vibe to it's super eerie, and the graphics I thought were really good too.
Yeah, the graphics were kind of reminiscent of that other game I was just talking about a moment ago, right? Where it's not completely realistic. It is a cartoony game technically, but the art style makes it seem more realistic than like a cell shaded game would.
Yeah, it's almost like a painted game. Like I
Right.
describe those games as like it seems like it was done with brushstroke, which to me it's a complete art style the way they do these things because it's just different than anything you've ever seen. I mean, you can tell when graphics are limited because the developer either didn't have the skills or didn't have the ability to take care to make a good graphically good game, and you can tell when they do it as like an art form. And this was done, and the other game you're talking about, you can definitely tell that they're done really well, and they're done that way purposely.
Right. Roots. I actually unlocked another spell before I stopped playing. I got to use lightning hands.
What?
Nice.
Instead of the fire, it look as cool as the fire does.
It was cooler than the fire.
Wasn't really.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was awesome. Like you don't get to use it very much. They give it to you right before the end of the demo, but you do get to play around with it. And here's the really interesting thing about the demo. I played entirely through the story section. Again, it took me about an hour, a little bit longer. Um, but after the demo's over and it says thanks for playing, um, you can keep going and explore the whole farm and go and look around for a lot of the collectibles and stuff you're supposed to be picking up. The demo isn't over when the demo's over. You can just keep going with it.
No, so you don't have to leave the world. You can just keep
Nice.
explore, check it out. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, keep fighting. I mean, there were areas that I saw that there were monsters in that I never even walked down. Like, so I'm sure you can keep on fighting. You can keep on finding the little pieces to the spell book or whatever. And Roots, one of the things that really got me about this, obviously it's not perfect, and we'll talk a little bit about the jank in a minute. Um, but the story's intriguing here, right? With the time travel, with the kind of occult. Like, I want to know what these people did to open up that portal in the sky, man.
Yeah, I do too. Because that was the thing. It was like it was the start of a really good horror movie almost, right? Like somebody's telling us the tale of what happened, and you're like, wow, this is like really good. Like, what is happening? What's going on? What made these things appear out of nowhere? And like she said, they did it and didn't know like how to stop it, or like it was so overwhelming that there was no way to fight it. You know what I mean? It's the way she put it, or however she put it. And it
You
definitely
know what I
was.
think they did
What's that?
to open up that portal?
Oh.
CERN?
I think
Oh.
they exactly what I was going to say. They built a medium-sized hadron collider, not a large one, a medium-sized hadron collider.
On the farm, yeah, they were building particle colliders. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. I think
Apparently, it
so.
doesn't work as well when they're not large.
Well, or if
That's
you
what
don't
my
have
mom says anyway.
or if you don't have the scientists, if you like have people that don't know exactly what they're doing, poking around, maybe they created something a little crazy. That's the thing, they opened something up, that some Pandora's box that they wish they didn't open, and she's got sent back in time, and I think ran into herself. I don't know what the hell's going on. I just know that
They,
it's very crazy, and it's cool.
they were trying to build a hadron collider. They decided instead of making it large, they would make it medium sized. And then to save money, they went down to Tijuana to try to get help with it. And then on the insistence of Mark Zuckerberg, they removed the depth sensor, and then that was kind of the last straw.
Yeah.
Ever could space time.
Yeah, definitely don't listen
Let
to
that be
the
listened to.
AI. Probably told them the wrong way.
Yeah. The story is interesting though, man. I want to see where this goes. It is pretty cool, man.
Let's talk a little bit about room for improvement. I did enjoy my playtime with it. There were some technical problems at the beginning, being able to make some of the menu selections. My little laser pointer things in the very first menus didn't show up, so I kind of had to move my controller around and just find my way to the cursors to get the game started.
Did you
you
make
guys
the
have
mistake?
anything like that?
No, but I did make the mistake of I think I tried to select both games. Actually, I tried to select to center my view or my room. It ended up in the ground somehow. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
You
Ended up
can
having
you can
to back out of the
recalibrate
game
that.
and get back in. So
They have a height setting recalibration in the settings. Did you guys crank the graphics up because it
I did.
defaulted me
I
on
did,
low?
yeah. It faulted me to like lower than low. What was the one? It was like something
very
below
low.
very low.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
cranked
defaulted me to very
ultra-
low. I had
Yeah,
to
we're
turn it up.
running 3080s, and so I cranked it up to the ultra level.
Um, so I mean all that stuff is obviously going to get polished out before the thing launches, you would assume. One thing, if the dev does end up seeing this, that I think that they need to implement in terms of the way the game works is you shouldn't have to open up your book every time you want to draw your fire spell. So like there's a lot of combat in this game, and maybe I just missed it. Maybe there's a way to do this that I didn't see. But for me, every time I wanted to fight, I had to pull the book out, had to grab the fire out of the book, and then start firing it. And it only works for so long, and then it runs out, and then you have to pull the book out all over again and do it all over again. So, like for me, a lot of my focus from the battles, uh, was pulled away. I was distracted by where's my book? Can I grab it? And constantly just looking down at pages when I should be looking at enemies.
Yeah, I Y buttoned it because you could either physically grab it or you could just use the Y button. And
Well, there you go.
so once I grabbed both hands, the magic in both hands, I just hit the Y button and the book went away, and then I could
Right.
yeah.
But you have to Y button to bring the book back up when
back
you need
to
it,
get
right?
more. Yeah. But it's so quick that way. It's way quicker to do it that way than having to physically go grab the book and everything.
Yeah, that's the way I did it too. But I would prefer there be. I mean, if you have to grab something, which I don't see why you even have to grab it more than once. You should just grab it to equip it, and they should just put a cooldown on it. Like when you run out, say there's a 3-second cooldown, and then you have it back in your hand again without having to draw it.
How about
Yeah, you only
hit
should have to go
grip?
to the book when you want to change, like from like one shock and one to the other one.
Just hit
Right,
grip
right.
to toggle it or something.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. But that was really my main complaint about it. The monsters were pretty cool, not too hard, not too easy. Did you guys make it to the spiders?
I did not.
No.
I made it
Okay.
just past the first set of baddies.
So they have these pretty big. I call them glowworm spiders because they're like spiders, but the tail end of them glows like a glowworm. It's like neon green, and they're about the size of the small spiders in Farpoint, so pretty decent, like a dog-sized spider. And then there were some smaller ones in the. You have to go through a corn maze, and there were some smaller ones that will jump on your face and actually stick to your face until you grab them and pull them off.
Hmm.
So beware if you're scared of spiders. There's spiders in the corn.
That's what somebody said. They weren't too big on the spiders.
The radio runs out.
Radio Runt, yep, he does not like spiders.
So after you make it through that first little area, you go through this corn maze thing where you're trying to find some artifacts to kind of put together and resurrect this like scarecrow thing. And when you actually end up doing that, boss fight time, and there's a pretty gnarly boss fight at the end of this. And the corn maze was the best part of it. I would suggest that anyone who plays it, make sure you stick it out because it's a pretty big maze, and there's some puzzles in there, and the puzzles just unlock the boss fight. So it's pretty cool.
Radio Runt says no spiders. What about in Fallout 76? Well, I don't know if there's any spiders there either.
What about Scion? Do you think You think these scarecrows are too close to zombies?
Yeah,
for Scion?
and there is zombies in there. So it seems like there's some kind of demon, whatever it is. I don't think he's out.
Yeah, we're dealing with spirits from the underworld because these people are clearly into magic, and when you fuck with stuff like that, this is what happens.
Yep. Yeah, you open up portals for an attack on the human race. It's your fault.
It's all your fault.
Yep.
Anyway, really dug this one. Certainly had a very indie feel to it, but that's not always bad. If the game's good, then it's good, and it doesn't matter if it has like super high production values. but with that said, the audio was just as good as anything. I like the voice acting and the music was all top notch in this.
Yep.
Oh, what's up, GT? GT joining us in chat. Good to see you, friend. GT
I'm
got
so
his
pissed.
PSVR
I'm
2
so
today,
pissed.
guys.
I'm so pissed at him. How dare he? Does he think he's better than us?
This man legitimately thinks that he is better than us.
That's all
Oh,
right.
no,
Legitimately.
seriously, I know how much that means to him. That would be like you getting your PlayStation early. If there's a couple of people that I'm super happy that they got it for early, it would be like you and like Gamertag, because you guys are like, I mean, we're all excited for it, but I mean, you guys are like huge fans of the headset. So yeah, I'm definitely jealous, but I'm definitely happy for you guys.
I'm going to confront Sony about it next month, dude. I've decided. I'm going to get in their face.
The reality is 2 weeks
yeah.
from now, we'll have it. 3 weeks from now, it'll be old hat. And then, well, not old
What?
hat, but it'll be, and we'll be over it as far as like, I got to be in it now. It's the best thing in the world. We'll be doing it, and it'll be cool, and it'll be, you know, I mean, I'm
Do
not
you
rushing.
think GT has slept all day long? You think he's just been playing all day long?
I think it's still in the box. He's mastered it. It's just sitting there for another week.
Just sitting in the box?
He's not even going to pull it out of the
Oh.
box for another week.
I would bet $100 that his unboxing footage is already recorded. He just needs to edit it out. Yeah. I think he's had a very busy day today.
There's no way I could keep it on the. I'd have it 5 minutes after. I'd have it set up, be ready.
That's one of the worst things is when you know you can't open it because you need to do an unboxing video, but you don't have time to do the unboxing video, so you know you can't open it. You're just like, what the frig, man? I want to just open it.
You know, that's one of the things I was talking to Brian about. Like Brian's like,
He says
he's I'm sorry. He says what?
He said he still hasn't turned it on. He said, yesterday was crazy. My happiness made other people sad, kind of killed it for me, and I still haven't turned it on.
Oh man. Well, I mean, you can't get too bummed out about what jealous people letting things ruin their day.
That's
man.
the thing, dude. If
enjoy what
anybody
you
got
got.
upset about it, it's exactly it. It's not even making them sad. It's a jealous thing, and you earned it, man. You've put so much hard work into
yeah.
to
And
get
let me
to
be
where
clear.
you're at.
I
You
enjoy
deserve
it.
it.
I'm completely jealous. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm green, but that doesn't make me any less happy for you. Like there are. I know what he's talking. There are people out there who,
They'll
if
make you
they
feel
can't
bad.
have it,
Nobody.
they would literally take it from the people that did get it.
That's terrible, man.
These people are toxic. So,
Right.
no,
Dude,
I'm
Screw
very
those
happy for
guys.
you.
Go. You've been waiting so long. You work your ass off, dude. Go enjoy this headset. Turn it on right now and get into Call of the Mountain, and then tell me exactly what happened.
Yeah, go in there and think about all the peons that can't be in there. No, I'm just kidding.
He could be playing Resident Evil 8 right now. He
That's
could be
true.
playing GT7. Like, does he have a wheel? I think he's got a wheel too.
He does.
He could be playing
Yep.
GT Gran Turismo 7 in VR with his wheel.
GT
Oh.
playing GT7. There you go. Right there.
Plus, he could watch movies in HDR OLED. And
That's
I'm
true.
not going to specify what kind of movies I'm talking about. I'm talking about perfectly legitimate family movies
Yes.
that you would watch with friends.
Yeah.
Like Home
totally
Alone or
not.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Home Alone. Yeah, Sprite Guy says he's probably just been at the gym.
I would be wearing it at the gym. If I went to the gym, I'd be bringing it with me. It'd be on my head. I'd be working out, pumping iron. I'd be like, oh, okay, I got to go back in now.
He says I am at the gym. So there you go.
See?
So yeah, man. But anyway, as I was saying, this is one of the things I was talking to Brian about was like, he's talking about when he gets the thing, how he's going to do unboxing and all this stuff. And it's like, I don't think I would have the willpower to spend time on an unboxing. Like you know what I would do? I would play it and then I would probably rebox it
Yeah,
and then unbox
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
you gotta be so
I'm not
careful
gonna be
that
able to
way.
This is my thing. I've never given a shit about anybody else's unboxing. Like I've never watched an unboxing where I'm like, it's just not my thing. I don't get it. And so I would never do an unboxing myself because I don't give a shit. My box gets ripped open and then I go and I play it. You know what I mean? I don't get the whole unboxing thing. I never have, but I don't
You know
know.
what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do ASMR plastic peeling video.
That
Ooh,
I
that'd be
could
fun.
get behind if I can feel it in the audio.
There you go. Anyway, congrats, GT. We're looking forward to
Hell
getting
yeah.
your full impressions. I think the embargo is up next week sometime, so we should know way ahead of time. Well, we should have confirmation of what we already know way ahead of time, and that is this thing is awesome, and I can't wait. 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks now.
But I heard that there's light leakage, in a weird way. That's when you don't wear it properly. That was the drama on Nathan's videos. He was saying there was some like leakage or something, and I guess from what pictures people said, it wasn't on his head properly. Because you know how
You
it
know
is when
what?
you're going in and out of VR, checking stuff out. It's sometimes you don't get it on properly.
You know, I've talked a long time about bringing the VR camera out to do an unboxing. Maybe this is the one that we do it with.
I think you should.
Full 3D.
Should.
Now,
Hell yeah.
obviously, if we do it in 3D, we're going to lose a lot of fidelity that I would have using my Sony camera. But a lot of people are going to have unboxings with like super high def flat cameras. I don't think too many people are going to do it in 3D. So maybe we try it out
Agreed.
and see what we can do with it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You could do it live here on Virtual Strangers.
So Gamertech says he's going to. He promises to meet me this year. Well, I'm going to hold you to
Ooh.
that, bro.
GDC? Is he coming to GDC?
Maybe. If he don't come to that one, like his chances are going to be real low.
Maybe
I
he'll
can't go to all these things.
Maybe he goes to Kentucky. Maybe
I was gonna say maybe he's gonna show up at your house and be like, "Hey, I'm here."
I always welcome Mikasa Zukasa, friend. No, we're going to do GDC, and I think I might try to do AWE, but that might be it for me after that. These things are expensive, bro.
I think you should go.
AWE is
I
gonna be
think
awesome.
you should go to Europe if you really want to meet
Oh, I'd
GT.
love-
I would love for you to go to Gamescom with me.
Yeah,
That
that
would-
would probably be after GDC. Honestly, it's CES is number one, GDC is number two. The next one I would probably choose would be Gamescom. I
Okay,
love
so there it
Gamescom.
is.
AWE is pretty damn good though. AWE is as big as it's the biggest virtual reality, augmented reality show because you gotta remember everything else is a mix of everything, right? But AWE is so good because it's all our people. It's like everybody that's there and everything you're looking at and seeing is all what we do. Where everything else is like we're a small portion. So AWE is really good.
Talk me into it. No, I wasn't even going to consider it. But the patrons have been really good. The donations have been pretty good, and AWE happens to fall on Memorial Day week, where I have a 3-day weekend for a 3-day event. So it's possible. I'm not saying I'm going, but I'm considering it.
Well, I was gonna say somebody should sponsor you to go to Gamescom. Pay for your flight out there.
I will accept your generosity. The tickets are something crazy, like $600 or $700
There you
for the
go.
round trip flight. So yeah, it's a challenge. So again, thanks to everyone who contributes and everyone who will. It means a lot. Anyway, let's talk about this other demo because when I saw GAZZLERS, and we saw GAZZLERS a while back during one of the upload showcases or something. Maybe even on the Oculus showcase. I don't remember. We've seen this game before. We knew it was coming, and it just looked like a run of the mill quest game. Obviously, it has a cool attitude about it, a cool vibe, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to do anything with the gameplay that makes it worth my time. Eric, pleasantly surprised with this one. Super fast paced, not easy at all, and with the way they do the weapons attachments and the health upgrades and things, it's actually pretty reminiscent of like Mother Gunship Forge to me, although it doesn't get quite so crazy with the weaponry.
Yeah, this game was like a shock to me because I'm like, oh, I'm getting in there. I'm like, what is this thing? I don't know. And I got in there, and it is a lot like you get very Mother Gunship Forge vibes to it. But damn, it is really, really good. It's not on that level of customization to your weapons, but it is a very good roguelike, shooter. It's on rails, but it's super fast. There's a lot. The look of it is super cool. It's like that, like cartoony, cel shady kind of kind of look to it, and some of the weapons and perks that you get are cool. And the difficulty level, man, I love when games are hard, man. Give me a good challenge. Like this game is legitimately hard. It took me probably like 4 tries just to get through like the first couple of levels until I just kind of got figured out the shield and shoot at the same time. But man, I love these types of games where you get to choose your fate in the game, like how you want to play that game. Like, do I go defensive? Do I go health? Do I go more power? Do I go shotgun, or do I go like more of a specific like a rifle shot? There's just different things. I love when it mixes these things up. And man, I literally almost missed the show because I wanted to stay in this game because I love chasing leaderboards, and that's what I was doing.
Yeah, same here. Like I made it up to around 50 or so, and I saw a lot of room for improvement. So like I definitely wanted to keep going on it. Roots, I thought it was kind of cool the difference in the weapons after you start taking upgrades on your gun. Like changing the firing mode, it makes it into a completely different weapon depending on what you choose. By the way, can you guess which one I chose every time, Roots?
A machine gun? I don't know.
No. Who are you talking to, bro?
Shotgun.
I took the rifle shot where it just shoots one at a time.
The rifle shot. Yeah, because you're the crack shot, right?
Right. Well, I mean, it's a one-shot kill most of the time. 2 shots definitely.
Are you talking about the one where you hold down the button and it does?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that one's
powered
good.
up.
What's cool about this too is the variety, but it's like, you like different things every time. You want to go in, you've got a different branch, but it doesn't always give you the same things, options, right? So like you might have your favorite, but you get to past the first phase and it's not there. You know what I mean? And it just never shows up in your run, or it shows up later. And they stack, and you're adding different things. And like you said, you can you get to a point where maybe you can build your shield, or you can work on your damage, or you can. There's just so many different ways to do it. And I feel like even though I didn't get as far as you did, I felt like there's so much game there just from the demo that we played, and it was really fun. So
very, very replayable. Eric, it took me until my last playthrough before I realized that you have to, when you get the health upgrades, you have to pick them up and use them. Like, did you see that right away, or were you like me, just completely missed it?
So do you mean the ones that in game are on the right side?
Yeah, the ones you grab
on the opposite side where you grab your animal? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I thought it was shield at first because I would grab it and I would look down at my hand and it would say shield, or to use, hold left trigger to use your shield. So I was like using them up quickly at first.
That's how you use the shield?
Yeah, you use the shield with the left trigger, but you can't have that thing in your hand. So you were playing without the shield?
I didn't use the shield.
You can't. How would you get that far without the shield? Were you just ducking everything?
Yes.
Oh no! The shield. I had to use the shield. It's like the best way to. The shield comes up and makes a big round shield in front of you, so you can use that to block every shot that they're coming after you.
Dude.
Now it times out, right?
Either.
It times out after it takes some damage, but I mean, you use it a lot because it comes back pretty quick. But yeah,
I was playing this like I got out of my chair and was playing this thing like it was pistol whip.
Holy crap! I didn't even know how you do it. Like I tried that at first until I figured the shield out, but I was all over the place trying to dodge, duck, dive, and dodge.
Now I'm upset, Roots. I didn't even have to stand up. This,
you could have sat now for sure.
Yeah, no, I didn't use the shield either. I saw it, but I like a couple times I'd pull it up and it'd be like. I just never.
I will say this though, when they tally your score at the end, you get bonus points for how many bullets you managed to dodge.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? That I didn't know.
You probably rocked the thing. You didn't waste all your shield. You didn't suck it up, right? all your score. It's crazy.
I think you should probably do a mixture of both because your shield does get it weakens your shield the more shots you take. So. And eventually will run out if you take too many shots. So I think you get a good mix of both dodging and using the shield.
Yeah, and what really upsets me about that is like some of the upgrades I took were buffs to my shield that I didn't use.
You're like, how the hell do I use the shield?
I just thought a shield was like
automatic,
armor,
like around your body.
Yeah.
No, it's a proper shield, and it's really good. It works good.
The healing one's
Gamertech
good
says
too.
Blasters of the Universe needs a remaster. Dude, I would play that so fast. You're absolutely right. We need a next gen remaster for
I
that.
would love to
Yeah.
see Crashland come to PlayStation VR
God,
2.
man.
That-
Any other platform. I would love it to see it come to any platform just because people don't know how good that game is.
Yeah, if it was on PCVR, I'd probably stream it. You know, I'm not a big fan of streaming Quest games. It's just not
Yeah,
user friendly.
they don't make it easy. But this is one I'm going to go back to. I think. I mean, we've got a few days left here, Eric, to try to run our name up that leaderboard for the glory. I think I'll at least find myself back in here once.
Oh yeah, I will too. I for sure. I mean, because like I said, I didn't want to get out of this game. Like I looked up a couple of times and I'm like, oh, Wes just messaged. We got to go in 30 minutes. So I'm like, oh shit, I haven't even got my coffee yet. So I'm like, I better get out because I literally probably would have missed the show. I mean, because it was just it's one of those games that you want to get into and play. Like if you're a fan of Mother Gunship Forge, and there's a ton of people in our community that are, this is a game that you should be looking for. This is definitely something that I will pick up when it comes out. Because it's super cool and I love it. Did you see all the progression you can get with the different weapons on the menus to your left and right, and you have different perks? So like you have right perks on your right, whole board of perks on your right. You have a whole board of weapons that you can upgrade on your left. So it looks like it's going to be a fairly deep game.
Yeah, and Roots, this is just another shining example of what we've been saying here for years, and that shooting shit in VR is just fun. And it's hard to mess it up, right?
Yeah, a lot of games do, but this one is not one of those ones. This one, yeah, I mean, I guess it's hard to mess up shooting guns, but that one more feeling that you need to keep going, it doesn't just happen. And this game does a really good job of giving you that feeling that you want to go back in, you want to pass that stage, or you want to get a better score. I didn't use the shield, so I was ducking, diving, juking, jiving, and doing everything I could do to make it through. So
Let me ask you this, Roots: GAZZLERS or what? No, I'm just kidding. GAZZLERS or Transformers?
I would have to say this one. Yeah, Transformers. I don't know, man. I'm gonna reserve my final decision on that when I can play it on one that I can see better. I just felt like this one gave you a really good, just the variety, right? Your weapons and everything. That progression, being able to build your character, is a lot in a game like this.
I like the levels in Transformers. I think gameplay probably goes to this one. What do you think, Eric?
Yeah, I think so too. Transformers was cool, but it just wasn't enough there for me. Like it seemed a little like cardboard, samey. You know what I mean? It just, you're kind of moving through levels. There was like some progression in it, but I need to put more time in that though, because I kind of did the same thing with Roots. I played it so we could talk about it, and then I actually ended up missing the show and we didn't even talk about it, or I didn't even talk about it, but. Yeah, I didn't put a ton of time into it, but do you think is that game going to get a PS5 upgrade, or a PSVR 2 upgrade, I should say?
Well, I would assume so. It's supposed to have a Steam version, but we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, because that's what I was hoping for originally. I kind of stopped playing because I'm like, well, I want to play this on Steam, because it did kind of look like it was probably one of the worst looking PSVR 1 games in recent memory. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, I was like, I was going to stop and play it later on PC, but yeah, we haven't heard anything about that either.
Hopefully they're just taking their time and making it really good.
Well, talking about games like, for Next Fest and developers putting out games that aren't ready to be put out, like that goes so much more for ones like that are putting out a game like Transformers. Like, how do you it still isn't clear, like, as far as the clarity wise, right? They couldn't have done a patch by now. And why not on day one? Imagine that game drops and it looks drop dead gorgeous. The difference, the conversation that we're having about it. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just crazy.
Yeah,
this game kind of plays like a faster paced Dick Wild game.
That's what I was telling Eric.
Yeah, that's funny that Ruuts said that exact same thing.
Yeah.
So do you think we might see co-op in this one day?
That'd
I
be
always
cool.
have to talk about co-op with every game. So
Dick
It's
Wild 2
cool,
is
man.
one of those games where you need the co-op. That game's pretty damn hard too. Talk about hard shooter. That's a pretty good
you know who
game.
else loves hard shooters?
My mom!
Yeah, she does.
GT says loves the Borderlands style graphics, and that's kind of
Yeah.
what it looks like. A
It
lot of it
did,
is
yeah.
that cell shaded, that color of Borderlands, that like a lot of that tans and deserty look. Now I don't know what the other levels will be like, but or if it'll all kind of like be this environment. But and there was quite a bit here in the demo.
That's really the only question for me now. We can see that the depth of progression is there. The gameplay's fun. Do the levels continue to evolve? Do we continue to get new enemy styles? Because if we do, I think we're going to have a really, really solid game here.
Yeah.
For those
Yeah.
who like real shooters.
Look at the shield in the thing we're watching.
Well, listen to
Demo.
Mash. You think you're
Because
better
that's
than
not
me?
even the normal
You
shield.
think
That's
you're
not even
better
the shield
than
I.
me?
That's not even the shield I had. I had like a little shitty kind of round shield.
I could
That
have a
shield must be able to upgrade it so it gets big.
I could have a shield too, Mash. Some of us we try to do this game the way it was designed and do it hard mode.
I know.
That's right.
You get down on your you get down on your stomach and duck and dive and dive.
Oh well, the funny thing is I literally put myself in a space that I like because it was doing such weird things with my barrier. Wanted to put me in the ground that I was not absolutely in a spot I had much space, and so I was like trying to duck and move without really moving. I don't know if you ever done that before, but that was pretty interesting. So.
Anyways, this is what Steam Next Fest is all about. We've got stuff on our radar now for PCVR that we didn't have before. So definitely in terms of the two games we talked about today, success, right? Something to keep our eyes out for going forward.
I need to get into that retro racing VR. I really wanted to go on there so I could talk about it with the as far as like with grid and stuff. Is the gameplay good, and it doesn't matter. The fact that they literally came out and said, okay, we're making a retro game. Does that make a difference? Knowing that you're going into a game that's supposed to be retro versus one that's supposed to be, realistic and looking like shit. So
Anyway, let's move along to the star of the show, the demo of the day, if you will. Vertigo 2 will release on March 30th, 2023 on Steam with support for all Steam VR compatible headsets. The price will be $30, but for those of you who don't want to wait, you don't have to wait because there's a demo that's on there right now, recently updated to reflect the quality of the final release. And I am going to play it for the first time for you all right now. Now, have you guys played this demo yet?
I have not actually.
I have not
You
either
played
because he said
the-
early on, he's like, if you don't like spoilers, don't play the demo. So I was like, I'm not going to play this demo until the game comes.
And we just lost half our audience.
Yeah. Well,
No, I mean, I think he meant like for gameplay, just like, how the game plays and how it feels. I don't think you're going to see any story elements here anyway. And this demo, I think it's gonna be pretty straightforward. But I for me, I would just rather wait and play the game. Like if I know it's gonna be a fantastic game. So
All right. So here's what I'm going to do.
I'll definitely watch you play it.
While I'm getting ready, it'll take me about 5 minutes here to switch over to real-time review mode. I am posting in the Discord, Eric, in the CO3 channel, the press release for this game, and there's a lot of information in it. If you guys just want to talk for a minute about the game while I get it set up, and I'll be right back with you.
Cool.
And
yeah, this game
There
looks
it is.
boring. Hard pass, dude.
yeah,
Now this demo is a different demo. The original demo was out for a long time ago, right?
Yeah. There was a demo out for like 6 months or a year.
this is that demo, but it's been
upgraded.
updated.
Updated with the new engine and everything.
Right.
So
It's got some physics-based stuff added into it, more weapons, stuff like that.
Weapons.
what? Take off, Wes. Take off, hoser,
Right.
and I'll take care of this.
All right, we'll be right back.
So what I'll do, Roots, is I'll read this for this press release verbatim, unless you want to read it.
No, go for it.
So it says Vertigo 2 is a single-player adventure built from the ground up for VR. Deep underground in the reaches of Quantum Reactor 7, you awake to finish your journey home. You'll have to face bizarre alien flora and fauna leaking from the other universes, and deadly android security forces whose job it is to purge the reactor of all life. Try to determine who to trust as sinister agents lurk just out of sight. Vertigo 2 will release on March 30th, 2023 on Steam, with support for all Steam VR compatible headsets. The price will be an extremely reasonable $29.99. Here's some key features that make Vertigo 2 stand out. Hybrid locomotion. Both smooth locomotion and teleport are viable. Okay. Huge bespoke world design. An incredible range of environments make Vertigo 2 much more an adventure than Vertigo 1. Enemy variety. Dozens of creatures and robots are waiting to be discovered. State-of-the-art VR weapons. Carry an arsenal of 14 weapons, all with unique reload mechanics, physics-based interaction. That's a freaking arsenal. 14 weapons. That's cool. Fully voiced characters. A diverse cast brings the many characters of Vertigo 2 to life, which is awesome. So that's going to sound like we're going to hear a lot of dialogue, Roots, and not a lot of reading dialogue, which we hate. Original soundtrack. Hours of original songs and scoring. Intense boss fights. Vertigo is notorious for its ambitious boss encounters, and Vertigo 2 brings 10 brand new bosses. Holy crap. Substantial campaign, 18 chapters long. Vertigo 2's story has many times as much content as Vertigo 1. All right, Half-Like. Not Half-Life, Half-Like. Inspired by the best aspects of Valve's classic Vertigo 2, Vertigo 2 utilizes silent protagonist and continuous first-person perspective to tell its story and immerse you in the world. While Half-Life Alyx focused on making a comfortable first-time VR experience, Vertigo 2 doesn't hold back when it comes to VR gameplay. We've included drivable vehicles. Nice. That's nice. I like when they don't hold your hand anymore. Like, let you know, if you can't play it, you can't play it. You know what I mean? Sorry, but many other people can. Traditional boss fights. I'm sorry, we're just
I was just gonna say there's a lot of flat games out there that are like different in a lot of ways. That some people can't play it or choose not to, but they still make them. You know what I mean? Regardless if everybody's gonna play them. So.
Exactly. I mean, they're giving you some locomotion options here, which is good. Traditional boss fights, advanced movement mechanics like jumping and more. If that's too much to stomach, there are comprehensive comfort options available. Vertigo 2 is a passion project by a single developer. The world of Vertigo 2 was conceptualized by Errol Busey, George Arcelius, and Zach Sakalis Brown. But it was up to Zach to make Vertigo 2 a reality. It has been in ongoing off again development since Vertigo 1 released in 2016. As Zach dedicated spare time to it between school and working at Valve. After the release of Vertigo Remastered in 2021, Zach began working on Vertigo 2 full-time. Zach's pretty qualified, having worked as a contractor at Valve on the Valve Index, Moondust, and the Lab, and of course having shipped Vertigo 1 before this. But it still took years of dedication and hard work to get Vertigo 2 built. We have said it many, many times, Zach Brown is a prodigy. He's still super young. I still want to say he's probably in his 20s, right?
I think he's 21 or 22.
That's crazy.
Let me switch over.
He's already shipped a game.
Let me switch. Your audio off, so it's the desktop audio, so we get Wes as well. And but yeah, he's like, I think he's 20. He was like, somebody said he was 16 when he was working on.
That's insane.
You know, Half-Life Alyx, or I don't know, whatever.
All right. So you should be all good now. You should be hearing me, yeah?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We got you.
Cool. We're on desktop now, and no echo or any of that sort of thing going on, right?
Not that we can hear, unless the chat can hear it. How's it in the chat? Can you guys hear Wes and Do you hear any echoes or anything like that?
Shouldn't. As far as what I can see, they should be good.
Brucey No Sheds Gamecast says it makes me laugh that jumping is considered an advanced mechanic.
That's ridiculous.
It's so many times though that freaking VR games don't have a jump button. It's just so weird.
Well, and it feels weird. Like even in any game, like Harry Potter the Hogwarts Legacy. You know, when I started, I couldn't jump for like the first 5 minutes, and it bugged me. And then eventually it lets you jump, and I was like, oh my god, I can jump. It's normal. Like I need to jump in every game.
You know what the best perk in the game? It's double jump.
Yeah.
When you get that double jump perk, you're like, holy crap, I can double jump now?
Oh yeah.
So this is a demo, a free demo on Steam that you can play right now. First of all, this is the friggin' menu. This is the menu screen right here with all this shit going on. That you can kind of move around a little bit.
Look at that, man.
It's crazy looking. And there's a full gamut of options. So there's locomotion options here. There's comfort options for those of you who get sick. Gameplay options. There's graphics. There's audio. Look at all the graphics options in this demo. Like that's crazy.
Is there an audio option? Can you turn the game?
I turned it down.
Oh, okay. Ruuts turned it down. Okay, never mind.
So you, well, I could. All right.
I mean, it should be fine. Let me know.
Well, I mean,
GB.
I turned it down a little bit after I started talking to you guys too. So hopefully it should be good. If it needs to go down a little bit more, just let me know and I can adjust.
Holy crap! I mean, look at that, man. That's awesome. That's what you want to see, man. I want to see all that shit, and then give me options, man.
Yep.
Yeah, so let's play this thing. We'll play from the beginning. So this demo apparently has checkpoints and stuff in it. That's pretty cool. I have the
Hey! Hey! Help me! I don't know where the hell I am! Oh god! Don't leave me over here! How did I get here?
Wes could go up some. All right, I gotta turn you up in the Discord.
Wes, did we lose your audio, or are you just not talking?
No, I was
Okay.
listening because there was some in-game dialogue.
That's the only thing is I can't hear the game.
Yeah, we can't hear.
Oh, I gotta load it. Oh, you can't hear the game?
No.
Oh,
No.
you guys can't hear the game, right?
Yeah, we can. Everybody else can. You're good, but that's why we don't know what's kind of going on audio wise.
Well, what we have to do to fix that, and we should be able to do this. There should be a way for you guys to get the Ninja audio in your headphones. It's set up to work that way, but for whatever reason, it only comes through to the OBS when we do it. Anyway, I have high hopes for this game, is what I was about to say. Like, I have the highest hopes for this game. I think this game is going to be better than Half-Life Alyx, most likely.
I think
Just
so
from what
too.
I'm reading about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely the gameplay has a really good chance to be better. I don't know about the physics and the graphics, but I mean, it looks damn good.
The graphics ain't too shabby, man. They're a little more cartoony, but this
Which is
is a bit
fine.
more of a fantastical game, you know.
What are those things?
Or just blood all over the wall. Hybrid locomotion, so you can walk and teleport at the same time.
Ooh, I like that little inventory system. Can you put stuff in that?
Crap, reload. Ooh, look at the. Ew.
What do you shoot something at you?
Looks like some maggots or
larva.
something.
Yeah.
How dare they?
Rude.
So manual reloading for those of you who
Movie.
were wondering, and the weapon looks real. Like it's incredible.
Bonus.
Crap, man.
I like how the demo just throws you right in the middle of the shit, right?
I should have put my G2 on for this. I put it. I'm playing in Rift S right now just because you You eliminate potential issues when you're streaming if you just grab the Rift S.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to see what this looks like in the other headset.
How's it look here? Pretty much on your that don't look good.
Looks awesome.
What kind of like graphic wise? What would you compare it to? Like the style and the art style and the
I
fidelity.
mean, Vertigo remastered.
I think it's got to look better. I played Vertigo Remastered. It looks just even flat here. It looks better to me than Vertigo Remastered.
Yeah. It's that style though. It has a little more realism going on with it, but the art style is very similar.
Look at the blue blood on the wall. That's awesome.
Oh, if you step on the trash cans, they open.
Oh, go find a bathroom. See if the toilet flushes.
Oh, that's the first thing I do always, right? It's a bottomless pit, it says, but I don't believe them. I thought I saw a floor in that thing. Yeah, there's a window. I don't. Yeah, you can't get through it. Okay. Like, it's a nice mix. Like, some of the stuff looks kind of cartoony, but like things like the doors and stuff look completely realistic. So it's kind of like a hybrid between the realism and cartoony. Okay, so we have health here. Do I need health? I'm at 75%. Can I put that in my inventory, you think? Holster my gun? Okay. You toggle the gun in and out.
Like Half-Life Alyx.
Like Half-Life, yeah. Your weapon wheel. Oh, this is stuck to the wall. So this is going to be like Half-Life as well, I bet. See, there's a meter here. See the meter right here? I'm going to use what I need of it, and the rest will still be here. There we go. So we can come back here in a minute if we get hurt.
How's the guns feel?
Feels good. Haptics working quite well on it.
The hands look pretty good
Fuzzy.
too.
Yeah, the hands look really good. Everything looks really
Jerry
good.
Rice Award.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That guy's the rudest.
So those slugs can't hurt you, huh?
He's still alive? No, there's another one. He's got a weak spot in his belly. So this is what was that? So this is what Twitter headquarters looked like before Elon took it over.
Very possible.
Oh man.
With another guy back there. I'm gonna shoot his kneecaps out.
Can you?
That'd be cool.
Yep, he's limping too, I think. Or he might just be a zombie. It's one of these hand face guys. Give me 5, bro. Oh, right in the bum hole.
Wonder what his eye did. His eye probably went.
Alright. Am I supposed to be going over there, like under stuff? Yep. Get over there anyway. Whoa.
Stuff everywhere to shoot. You're making a mess.
Lots of
Wes.
reloading.
All that blue blood.
I want B haptic support for this game. If I took some damage there.
So do you think people are gonna be able to hook their yaw up to Switchback? And those type of
Unfortunately,
games?
I do not. I wish that were the case, but
No.
maybe when it comes to Steam later next year. Weapon mod synthesizer.
I mean, I don't have a yaw, but I think it'd be cool.
How do I put this thing in here? Select. All right, maybe I have
You got to select it.
I'm selecting.
Maybe it just wants you to grab it in your inventory. I don't know.
Maybe I got to put something in the slot before it lets me do that. I
Yeah,
don't
And
know.
well,
put the
else
gun
wants
in the
to-
slot.
You know who else wants you to put something in the
Sure.
slot?
I do.
My mom!
I
No.
tried to put the gun in the thing, but it didn't work. So I just think that I'm not ready for this shit.
You got to
most
put the
likely.
gun in the things.
You put the lime in the coconut. Yeah, I don't know, man. Somebody in the chat wants to help me out here if I'm missing something. Otherwise, we're gonna move on.
Maybe you can't yet mod it.
Right.
Not
I
ready
would. It would. I would think that I would need to collect something to be able to mod my weapon.
Hmm.
So it's just.
You haven't found any resin yet?
Right. Oh, that's a bloody mess. Look at that.
Not blue either. It's red.
Do you think those are like people?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a murderer.
See a wheel there, and you're like, okay. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to turn this.
Not turning.
Hmm.
Not yet. Weapons labs. This one opens. There's a shotgun. There's a cube. Look at that thing.
He is pissed.
The flesh cube.
You know who loves a flush cube?
My mom!
Can I have your shotgun, man?
We're gonna have to kill him.
Indestructible.
Yeah. Take a shotgun. Just walk up to him, take it.
Got it.
There you go.
Look at this, man.
That is super cool, man. These weapons are going to be sick. 14, I was reading the press release. Last 14 different customizable weapons.
You know what it looks like? The weapons and the environments look like Bone Labs, but the enemies look like a little bit more cartoony, you know.
It doesn't look like you have any, like, just general issues, though, like with Bone Lab.
Oh no, no. I'm just
Like
talking
you're having no
purely-
problem with any of the controls, doing anything. You can jump, you can move, you can shoot, you can pick up your weapons.
Did that.
But can you save it in the middle of the level?
Mhm.
That's
It's already
Yeah.
saved like 3 times.
yeah.
I keep accidentally squatting because the squat button is tied to the down on the thumbstick.
So you're trying to run.
What do you think is better demo, this or the Ornament Express?
Well, it's probably a hard choice.
That is pretty difficult to choose. It's like apples and oranges, bro. It's like
Yeah,
this
I
is
know.
a
real VR game?
multi-dimensional first-person shooter, and that is shit on a train.
Who doesn't want shit on a train, though? I mean, really.
San Francisco on a train.
I'm trying to unlock some stuff here. I don't know if I can or not. The mouse button works, or the mouse cursor moves when I move it around, but doesn't seem to be doing anything when I click on it.
You could have tried Vet VR instead of this.
It's true.
That was on
That's
next.
true.
Or
Good
Golf
point.
on the Moon.
That's the
Golf
dream,
on the
right?
Moon was made by the same person that did that game where you shoot pool on the moon.
Oh, really?
What
I'm
is-
asking.
Which game?
Oh, maybe.
think that-
I don't know. Could be the same one, yeah.
Remember there was that game we tried to play, Roots, where that had you shooting pool on the moon.
Yeah, it was just a problem with the multiplayer, right?
Right.
What about 17 games in here, though?
In the next
But-
fest? Yeah,
Yeah,
with what,
this
2 or
one's
3
probably
worth
the best.
playing?
Yeah, I don't even know. Maybe I can get 5 out of this if you push.
Nope, not today.
This is probably still the best demo. This is definitely the best demo you're going to play on Steam. But this isn't actually part of the next fest. This is just a demo that's been on.
No, yeah, this
Steam
is
for
just
a
demo
while.
in general.
Yeah.
There's no time limit on this one, so if you want to get your Ornament Express in first, you can do that.
Recommend it. You don't want to
Can
miss that.
So this comes out March 30th. Do you think you'll be playing this, or do you think you'll still be in the PlayStation 2?
Yes.
It's gonna be
Well,
tough,
we'll
right?
play both.
We're gonna have games that we're gonna want to get into, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get out of the headset.
You're going to be in... You're not even going to have your headset with you.
I know, dude. It sucks. I gotta figure something out.
Look at this.
Oh my
Look at
god!
this.
What? What did you put that in there?
No, I didn't. I didn't do
No.
it.
What the hell is that? No way! Did you know that was
Yep.
here?
No, I just noticed it. I'm like, what the hell? This dude has my logo on his
What?
desk.
No way, dude!
That's
You
crazy.
screenshot that while you're in there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. I don't think I've ever fucking taken a screenshot from
That's-
this other headset.
Dude. Do you know Zach Brown? Does he love you?
Does he
No,
love
but
Does
what
he
it
you?
love?
is-
Does he love us?
Well, I'll
What
tell
it
you
is, I'm
what.
playing on the what I think it is I think it's that I'm
It's taking your
my
profile pic.
logo. Yeah, my
Yeah.
profile pic.
You think
That's
Okay.
cool though.
It is cool. I think I just want to say it's us though. It's Virtual Strangers. He's a big fan of Wes, Ruuts, and Mash, and he just wants to put it in the game.
now I want to go
I
in
have
there
talked
and
to him,
I want
chatted
to
with him a couple times, very briefly.
go in there and I want to see Root's picture on there now.
Yeah, it could be if you get in there.
If I go in there,
Yeah, it's probably just the profile pic, but I am going to choose that it's not, and I'm going to choose my own reality, and I'm going to choose that he just loves Virtual Strangers.
well, we live in that kind of world.
Yeah, I can just choose what
Choose to believe
I
what
can
you
just-
want, man.
Exactly. It's a much nicer world when I can just make my shit up and just be how
Just
I
go
wanna
with
be.
it, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so we need to get a door code.
Especially if it goes up
Somewhere.
against all logic that you've ever been taught your entire life. Dude, just switch it, bro. Switch it.
just turn
just-
me over.
Yeah, just change it.
All right, so I think we're missing something here.
You need a
Like-
door code.
I think you need to go
Yeah.
back and grab that magic picture of Virtual Strangers. Bring it back in.
That's what it is. You got to put your Steam. Yeah, the door code is your Steam VR password.
All right. Remote permission granted.
No,
Quarantine door codes. See, it says door codes right here.
we got this.
Give me the door code, yo.
There you go. Just gotta pause the game.
What the
Yeah.
hell? What was that? Oh, I teleported into the thing. What's this laying on the ground here?
Oh,
Cell phone. Oh, that's what I look like? Fuck that, man. I quit. No, I'm just kidding.
Hmm?
Let's see
dare
what's in the
You push it?
trying to
Can you push it real good?
what a piece of
Oh,
crap.
you know who loves pushing it real good?
My mom!
Yeah, she does.
My
She's
shirt
dirty.
disappears. Watch. Yoink.
I wonder if you can make
Right.
your legs disappear.
Right. I have no legs.
Oh my God.
Ah!
You
Zuck.
can just go from like Neos into Horizon Worlds, and your legs disappear.
That's true.
I feel like I should be getting a door code from this thing right here. Or at least the hanger thing should have opened for me when I was next to the door. But oh, what are we missing? Connection there. Nothing on this. I don't think there's any other. I'm clicking it. I can hear it in game clicking, so. Quarantine in effect. Can I not? have
They're
quarantine
trying to
in
keep you
effect?
safe, Wes. You're trying to be that guy in the stand at the beginning that's trying to escape the guard, and he ends up starting the whole thing. If he just stayed there and died, it would have never got out. Just saying.
Yeah, that's a noble thing to do.
Yeah, don't kill your family
least
just to get out of
Wear a
there.
mask or something. You know.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
Documents.
PD says, morning VR fam, excitement is rising in my loins, and you know who else is getting the same feeling.
My mom!
Yeah,
She's
she
a
is, and it's
huge
for the same
PlayStation
reason.
VR2 fan.
She is,
Yeah.
dude. She likes to play it
He
nude.
sounds like he's gonna ruin his lenses on day one when he gets it.
Oh, well, probably. He's gonna probably take it outside. He's gonna go. He's gonna go to a
Alright.
racetrack, and he's gonna race GT7.
Gonna play.
I'm
switch back
excited
on
now
the
that
real
we're
world.
doing that. Are we definitely doing this next week? Because I'm excited now to get into the game and get my wheel out.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on when the embargo lifts. Like if there's like 50 people doing Gran Turismo 7 videos who already have it in VR mode, then
Mhm.
probably not gonna run a segment on it flat. But if the embargo's not up yet, then yeah, maybe.
Either that or we cover another boring quest port.
There was a lot
Well,
out there.
Again, we're covering another PSVR 2 launch title next week.
Maybe.
And very
Oh.
likely going to have the developer
that's
with
true.
us too.
Also, I want to tell you guys, I got into Skiva and Tribe Grey Wolf brought me and Todd in to play Left 4 Dead 2 in VR.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck.
It's freaking amazing. Like it looks so up to date. The graphics are so good, and the different types of like little extra mods that you can put in there
Mhm.
are so good. That game is amazing now. Remember Roots? We got in there and it was like a little real janky early on.
Mm-hmm.
All that jankiness is gone, man. It's super smooth. It's
Really?
really good. We should definitely cover this game. We can get 4 of us in there on that.
I think it's a good idea.
Like this makes me think like we're gonna see Back 4 Blood soon in VR.
It's on that list.
It looks as good as Back 4 Blood. Like all the graphics are enhanced. It's not like the flat. It's not like just the flat game brought over to VR. It actually looks real. It looks updated graphics and everything.
Sounds good to me.
It's gross, bro.
How does it make you feel about After the Fall?
Sacrifice counter.
I still love that.
Because you're taking a game that you love like After the Fall and you're kicking it up about 100 notches into a Left 4 Dead scenario, right?
I know. It's really good, man. It's so good. Like having those Left 4 Dead or Back 4 Blood like levels that you have to get through to get, you have to make it to those safe rooms. You have to get to the next one. And oh man, that gets so hard. There's so many zombies.
I think that's part of what makes that game so good, that I think After the Fall kind of missed the mark in a sense. After the Fall is all about you got to kill these enemies to get through. There's none of that. Like with Back 4 Blood, like you said, it's like there's no way you're killing all the fucking zombies. There's so many. You're just trying to stay alive. You're just trying to get from point A to point B. And that is difficult. You know what I mean? Like, and then you have the levels where you got to kill everything as well. But I feel like After the Fall would be better if they had stuff like that as well, where you had to go from point A to point B and just stay alive. You know?
So unless I'm missing something, the only thing that I haven't tried yet is to jump into the suicide hole.
Jump into the suicide hole. Let's do it.
I think you're gonna die.
Oh no.
And so it has been, and so it shall be. Until the hypercube is found, Apollyon shall warily rule the plains of the void, and the delegation, reduced to a sliver of its former efficacy, shall attempt to command the realms.
GB wants to know if we saw the prey dog injection of Hogwarts. It's a stunt.
I did.
Yeah, we talked about it at the beginning of the show, and it's something that like I've played almost 4, maybe 5 hours of the game, and I feel like I'm just barely scratching the surface. And that mod just looks so amazing, being in Hogwarts, the castle, and all of it, right? So
It started me here again.
I did hear that you need to have a good video card to be able to play it. They said like 3080 minimum, supposedly.
Yeah.
But
It says remote permission granted here for the hangar. The hangar was one of the doors that was closed back there that I couldn't get into.
maybe you can just walk up to it now.
But there's no codes here, right? You guys can see that.
Yeah, this looks like it's unlocked to me, and like you should be able to walk up to it now. Walk
Go
through.
back there.
PD says he's been playing it in 3D, bloody amazing looking.
You're breaking up there. What did PD say?
He said that he's been playing Hogwarts in 3D, bloody amazing looking.
I imagine so. The depth map looks pretty
What do you
awesome.
think about the gameplay? It's pretty cool, right? PD, the wand, the duel, or not dueling, I guess, the just using the wand against enemies, the goblin story. You know, and I found out the hard way, PD, like, because it gives you options. And that's another thing I like about it, Wes, is it's one of those games where you have options to in dialogue that actually changes things, I guess, to some extent. Like, at least from what I've seen, what you tell people, because you know you're supposed to keep this thing kind of under wraps. You know, the professor's like, yeah, just keep this to yourself. And I decided to just give this one friend just one little tidbit, and like I went into like detail like this. I started telling him everything. Like I just started telling him everything that was going on. I was like, oh, fuck, man, shut up, bro. I ended up quitting the game and restarting the dialogue because literally it was really detailed. Hey, there's your reset right there, quarantine reset.
Yeah, you gotta have a code.
Yeah,
The code is on your virtual strangers. Yeah,
that's what you're missing is the code. You gotta find that code somewhere. Maybe it's on the back of your picture.
Yeah, I've been looking, man.
How crazy would it be if you gone in there and there was a picture of PD instead? Like, dude.
I would be insulted. Check it out, PD. I'm in Vertigo too. You're not. Only me.
Yep. Virtual strangers. The Vive Pro 2 I bought years ago still has higher resolution than these new heads come out. I don't get it. Well, this is the thing.
How much did you pay for it?
Yeah, how much did you pay for it? And then also, there's a lot more than just the bare resolution as far as headsets go.
Absolutely.
Like G2 has some of the best resolution that's out there, but I would still rather have Quest 2 tracking. You know.
Well, it's even just, it's not just resolution, it's better lenses. It's also pixel density. Pixel density is extremely important.
That's
and people
true.
forget about it. Like you can have lenses that have less less resolution in number, but look way better because the pixel density is way higher. in some of these new headsets. So, even though, you're looking at the numbers, it's the optimization that they do with the current resolution that they have that can make it look way better. This automatic dimming features too that some of these headsets have, like the HTC, make everything look so much better.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm
PD says
putting the
there's a picture of him in there when he plays.
Why do you gotta ruin it for me, PD? I want it to be virtual strangers for everybody.
That'd be cool.
all right.
Awesome Tatum says the
So
code is he knows the code. You ready? Go to
I
the
already
thing.
tried
I'll
it.
tell you.
I already
What?
tried it. I already
What
tried
number? What number?
it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I tried 0, 1, 2, 3. So let's skip 0 this time.
1, 2, 3, 4. There you go.
It's not like it's got to be like on the desks or something. There's
Underneath
like
a
note
desk,
or-
maybe look down underneath, and it's like written, like.
Has nobody played this demo? Nobody knows in chat. How dare
I've got
all
the
you.
chat up in the headset now, so if somebody wants to
Oh
tell me
man,
what
I
I'm missing
wanted to make
here.
you put the number in. Tell
He
you.
I'm
says
sure
it's
it's
just-
simple.
It's your code for your luggage, but you just tried that.
Yeah, I tried. It's the first thing I tried. So we're just gonna backtrack some more.
If it was 2 numbers, I'd say it was the answer to the universe, 42.
Think we can blow our way through the door, maybe? This
Maybe.
Oh,
thing
there you go.
here.
Do it. You know who else likes to blow her way through the doors?
My mom!
Oh, yeah, she does.
Just a different type of blow.
Yeah, it's different
Like
different
door.
meaning for the word door as well.
Oh man.
All right.
This is it. Moment of
Oh,
truth.
you might just die here too if you blow it up.
No, he's got this. Wes is a professional.
Oh yeah, there it is. Put your bank account code in. Put your social security number in there.
Yeah, right.
Live on stream. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's gonna blow.
Oh.
I thought for a minute there was gonna be a hole there.
Remember when you blew away the first hole in the wall in Zelda with one of those bombs?
Oh my
You were
god.
like, oh
remember
my
that?
god, there's a secret doorway in there?
Dude, gaming was so good back then.
Metroid was another level. You couldn't even see the hole. You had to like
It's 'cause everything
bomb
was
yourself
new.
up into a little
Yeah.
gap and roll through it and shit.
Freaking Metroid. Somebody just said
Tom
Metroid.
says,
A new Metroid just dropped today for Metroid Remastered or something.
Metroid Prime 2 or
Yeah,
something. or-
Remastered dropped for the Switch.
I don't have a Switch, so
Does it make you want to get a Switch?
I've thought about getting a Switch a couple times, but considering there's so much technology out there and so many games that I don't play, I mean, my son had one at one point, and I had a couple of games, Mario Odyssey and something else, and I played a little bit of it, but I love Nintendo games. You know, I grew up with Nintendo when everybody else was doing PlayStation and all that shit. I was doing Nintendo first. I think my first PlayStation Xbox was like 20s.
I actually have been thinking about getting a Valve Steam Deck.
I think you were saying Index.
Yeah, no, I got one. We can give that one up. Maybe I can sell my Index and get
You
a Steam Deck.
should.
Actually, I never thought about it until like recently. I've been traveling and stuff, and I'm like, man, it would be nice to just to have something to game on flat. I mean, I don't do a lot of flat gaming, but
Well, don't you have your laptop? 3080?
I do. Yeah. I've been doing a little bit of that. I mainly got that to do VR when I'm away. But yeah, I could definitely game on it flat. I ran Tarkov on it the other night just to check it out, and it ran super smooth.
My
But
bad.
Fluke says
It's
that
the
he
only thing I can
remembers.
run Tarkov on.
Luke says that he remembers when he played this part that he missed a very obvious way to go. So we're gonna
Look at every entrance, exit.
retrace our steps for a third time and find it. These doors are not opening.
Timothy Michael says, what is the most high-end available headset to buy right now?
Are you
Best?
talking about available, or are you talking about within reason? Isn't the Vario
Vario.
available?
Vario
It's
Arrow is probably the best headset.
expensive
It's the
as
most.
hell.
It's like $3 or $4 grand for the Vario Arrow, and that's not including base stations. I don't think. I think that's for the headset, and you get no audio and no mic. The Wario Arrow has zero microphone, and it has no audio, nothing, not even built-in head strap
Yeah,
audio.
you don't need that stuff. That's like extras.
But it is the best looking, consumer headset I've ever seen. It's amazing looking. But yeah, it's really, for a consumer headset, it's not something I would ever recommend, because it's way too much.
Not like an IMAX.
IMAX Crystal's pretty amazing, man. If they can get their stuff squirreled out, like I'm having issues with mine right now. Like I should have a video out right now. I can't get it to power up.
I haven't not met somebody that didn't have issues with their Pimax. So
Yeah.
there you go, Wes. It's a place you've never been.
Yeah, I went down here last time.
Did you?
Yeah. Maybe I
But
missed
before my
something.
battery died with the Pimax, it was still one of the best looking headsets I found, especially for $1,500.
Yeah,
And
but
no
see,
big-
I trust what Wes was saying about how it's like, it's just weird. Like there's weirdness to it, right? At least that's what you said, Wes.
What's that now?
The Crystal.
The crystal
The-
moving
the-
your head
the-
around and
No, if you had the, or you're thinking of the other Pimax Roots, the Portal.
hmm.
Yeah,
That
when you
one's
put
weird.
that.
The Crystal's actually good. The thing that was weird about the Crystal is that it had swappable lenses on it, and one set of the lenses is dog shit, and the other one's good.
They changed
So, like-
the FOV to one to the other too. You know what I mean? The FOV is so much smaller on the other set of lenses. GB says the blood splatter is so good in this game, and it looks
Yeah,
amazing,
they
dude.
were messy.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, shut the doors. Is that elevator or no?
So what's that number up there, Wes?
What number? Where?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at I'm looking at the YouTube. I'm behind you. You were in a room just a second ago that had like a big.
Oh, that was that was the sacrifice count for people that
Oh,
jumped
okay.
in the suicide hole.
I got you.
I wonder if I can blow that window out with my shotgun. Well, that's the room I just came from, so it really don't matter. Can't do it anyway. Bottomless pit. Can I go up? I'm sure I can go up.
Try 3894 for the code. Somebody said.
Oh well, next time I make my way down there, I'll do that. Is there any particular reasons? It's just somebody trying to.
Locky
Remember it?
Sanghera says try 3894.
Okay. I'm kind of pissed off though that I don't see it. Like after canvassing this place over and over again.
I think you missed something really easy and obvious, just like Fluke
That's
did.
normally what happens. When I have this this type of experience. It's normally because I missed something very obvious.
Remember that's what with Lon.
Yeah.
Dev was like, you just need to turn left there, right there. Go over here. Then you were there.
I was the only one person that had trouble with that though. Like one of Skiva's main criticisms of that game is you never know where you're supposed to go in it. We went down there 10 times already.
Locky Sangera says they promise this will work. Oh wait, they said no promises. Never mind. Hopefully. So where are you
I
just
don't get
making
up
this
there.
number up, or is it,
There's an upstairs
how do you get up there?
platform up there. I don't know. Can I teleport? Hold on.
Can you get on top of that server and then teleport from on top of it? No?
Uh-oh.
Do not want to let you up there, huh?
No, it's not gonna let me. It's a good thought though. No, it won't let me do that. I
Maybe it
wish
really
I-
is on the back of the photo. Hey, I don't know. It's got to be
I
somewhere.
looked on the back of the photo. I looked on it.
Yeah, but you didn't see the hidden invisible ink. Here it is, 3894. Oh, invalid code.
Oh, damn it.
Ban him. No, just kidding. This is Asman Gold. I don't know if you guys ever watched him,
Now all
but
of a
man,
sudden
he'll
I feel
ban
like an
people in
asshole because we're just kind of sitting
heartbeat.
here.
Mm-hmm.
We're running through the same part of the level over and over again. I'm going to switch over to GAZZLERS if I don't figure this shit out quickly.
It's 3:16. We're switching over to GAZZLERS.
Mash is like, dude, it's already.
I'm gonna be up in about 2 hours.
You're the one who wanted me to play 2 games.
Yeah,
I
you
did
were.
it. I want to see you still go into that one. That one was cool.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you can go into this game after. I'm like, dude, I don't know.
We took too long. to
Oh,
talk
it's
about
all
shitty
good,
games.
Lockie. I appreciate it. Paradise
69,
Decay says
69.
6969. Maybe that's it. You know who else loves 6969?
My mom!
Yeah, it's true.
It's her favorite number.
She's good at it. I heard. Hey, there you go. I think it's somewhere obvious that you just need to go that you missed, like Fluke said he did.
I don't think I've ever seen Wes get stuck like this in a demo.
Super obvious.
This is a
Whatever it
demo.
it's super obvious. Yeah, man, I don't know. Somebody want to Google it for me? I don't want to end it like this.
They better use being Microsoft with the. You heard that they're introducing AI to their chat, or to their search.
It's gotta be on
really
that
freaked out
computer
Google.
terminal. I mean, there's literally a computer terminal here that says security, like door codes. But I click it, man. And it don't do anything.
Vertigo 2 demo's been out for 4 years.
I think maybe the game is. I mean, surely it's not a glitch, right?
I'm looking. I don't see anything. I mean, I could probably watch a video real quick. I'm gonna mute and watch a video real quick.
It's really good, somebody said.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it right now.
You're stuck. Oh wait, I think I just saw the code.
Don't say that.
I got the code.
Do you really?
Yeah, at least according to this video. It's 5065.
5065. Watch it be procedurally generated.
That's very possible. This was made 13 days ago by Charles Crazy. It's got 184 subscribers. Everybody go over and give him a like, and see if we can get him over 1,000 today.
There you go.
Only if the code works. If it doesn't work, you download
Yes,
everything.
otherwise we're gonna go trash this channel, dude. Oh, I'm gonna trash this shit. 5065. Oh my god, dude, Charles, you lied. Let me double check and make sure I got it right. It must be procedurally generated. Ash. Let me see if I can see where they got the code from. Okay, he's messing with the picture. He shot the picture. Where did he get that code?
Was it a picture of virtual strangers?
No, it was a picture of his channel, probably. Kind of rude, actually. He's got a gun we don't have. It might be the shotgun.
Maybe you think it's
I'm watching the video right now.
Charles Crazy?
Maybe we need to update this gun. One of the guns. Haven't figured out how to do this either. All right,
He literally, Wes, went to that hanger thing and clicked on the hanger button with the mouse. It's he opened it up and
well, that was the one that was unlocked.
yeah, he was able to
So
click on the actual thing that says hanger, and it decrypted a code. No, not that. The on the computer with the mouse. The thing that
I
you
tried that like 15 times already.
well, but that's what you need to do, is actually click on the word hanger.
Yeah, I did that. We'll go do it again.
But that's the, I mean, it gave him the code. And he literally just moved the mouse and clicked on it like it was like you were supposed to be able to do. I feel like I just cheated.
We will do this again. Well, you're not cheating if you're telling me to do something I've already tried a couple times.
That's true.
Grabbing the mouse.
The actual word
Putting it on
hanger, just
hanger.
click on it.
All right.
This
So
this video I got to just he didn't even get he got that far and then he quit.
Really?
So
Yeah.
I'm grabbing the mouse with the grip button,
Okay.
pushing it up to hanger, and clicking with the trigger.
Now try pushing another button, A or something else. Maybe
There's
grip.
A. The grip's what I'm using to hold the mouse. All right, that's the weapon wheel. There's A, there's trigger. On the other hand, I'm gonna trigger. That pauses the thing. That teleports me.
PD says his code was on the floor near the computer. Old school Gamecast said it's stuck on a sticky note, stuck to the desk.
Then what?
PD says where Wes is now, virtual streamers, my code is on the floor near the computer. Is there a sticky note on the floor?
There's a phone. There's a cell phone on the floor, but I can't interact with it. Like,
There's no legs.
I have no
Unfortunately.
legs.
What's on the desk where the computer is? Is there nothing on the desk, like a sticky note or something? Underneath the soda can?
You think that?
I wonder why the video I saw, literally I saw him able to click that mouse on there and
You
click
think that there's an
hanger.
issue with the button mapping? Maybe I need to switch over to the Steam VR OpenXR setting instead of the Oculus one. I am running it in Steam.
Yeah, it's because you're on the Rift. Somebody says, I don't know.
All right, well, give me half a second. We'll try that. Bear with me.
Can you take dick pics with the phone? Probably not. Although, you know who loves it when you do?
My mom!
She does.
Oh my god.
Just send them when it's the proper time. Make sure it gets to her and not her niece. She gets very upset about
All right.
that.
I'm going to watch another video. I'll be right back.
You're gonna find it.
Ah. Let's make it desktop. All right, so I switched my.
It might be bugged. Try clicking the green lock.
I clicked all that stuff, dude. I did.
Maybe if
I'm
you
switching
click-
over to. I'm making Steam VR my OpenXR default, and maybe that'll make the clicky thing work.
Maybe.
That's my hope.
On a wing and a prayer.
That's not it. I think we're gonna have to call it, as bad as I hate it. Like, I don't want to just waste everybody's time beating my head against the wall. Here we go. You see the game, or do I need to refresh the
No, I see the game.
thing?
All right. Well, you know what's crazy is 32 minutes ago. You've been in that one
Yeah.
spot 34 minutes,
Yeah.
Wes,
Yep.
since it saved last. It should be stuck on the edge of the desk. See my vid and timestamp. Maybe it's different for every game.
Well, the thing was recently updated.
No, that's true.
too. So maybe before it was on a sticky note,
And they've
and now
changed
it's
it.
not.
Well, because that one, the video with the mouse button, that was literally from 13 days ago.
It's still not working.
Friggin' this video that I see the guy put the code in, but he doesn't show where he found the code. He edited the video, so it clipped it out. It
There's
just shows him
no
walking up to the damn.
There's no
He picks his
hanger.
picture up. He picks his picture up and looks at his picture, and then he just then he edits and he cuts the phone.
I
he
think
cuts
is
it
that
into
that
him
might be the
putting the
video
code
I
in.
was watching.
Yeah, 5095 is he put in or something like that. Looks like.
Yeah, the one that I had done before. But if you scroll back, or maybe that, yeah, if you scroll back a bit, you'll see where he, I think is it Charles Crazy? The
Yes.
channel?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so
Yep.
go to, I think it's 3 minutes and, yeah, 3 minutes and 7 seconds, 3 minutes and 8 seconds, and you'll see where he clicks on the hanger.
Yeah, I think it's after he puts the code in, though, right?
No, I think that's where he gets the code. He's decrypting the access code, and it gave him the code 5065.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So
yeah, that's what. And then does he go to the thing after that?
yeah, and then he literally
click
takes
on
that code and
everything,
puts it
man.
in. So it's all about being able to click on that mouse.
He does something on the other computer though, Ruuts, after that.
I'll go back down there, but
Like this-
I have literally clicked.
If you
I've
keep
used
watching
every
after
button.
he got that code, he doesn't go to the other computer and put that code in right away. He goes to another computer first.
Well, either way, he was still able to click on that
That's true.
hanger, right? I feel like if I was in there, I could click it. I don't know, man. Like,
There's
it's
a
so
runner
weird,
around.
right?
But you can see. All right. So check out this. There's a runner game here, right? I'm clicking the mouse to jump. Jump. See? I can jump. That means that the click function is working.
So where are you putting the? Yeah, this is where he is. That's where he goes and he clicks on the thing right there. And that's the other computer I saw him working on. Okay, so that's it.
Just this little runner game here.
All right. So you definitely have to decrypt the code at the other computer.
All right. Well,
Let me see what he actually does.
I'm clicking, 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 clicking everywhere, clicking everything. Just clicking my little heart out here.
I don't know if you're doing it with enough zeal and excitement.
No,
Old
I-
school
no,
GameCast says you're in the wrong room. You're in the you have to be in the room with 3 desks.
I mean, so I have one too many desks?
I have no idea.
Is there another room with another access code? That's kind of a little bit of a loop, right? Like, well, you're at the wrong code.
We will backtrack through everything again. Here's a desk.
There's not 3 though.
No, it's not 3, it's just 1. There was 4
You're in the
that
wrong room. How many times do I have to say it?
All right, these
One more
doors don't
time.
open.
So where is the right room then?
We're gonna go find it.
Yes, and it has an orange sticker on the 3rd desk.
Okay, so it's on a
And you're
sticker,
using the
not-
mouse to click it, right? You're not using your controller, right? You're using the mouse that's on the desk.
Right. the same way I clicked on the runner game to jump, I clicked on that to click.
Do you have to?
Use the
Did you
trigger.
try and like do a different click or a different button press?
I tried all the buttons.
It's the wrong
You should-
room, Mash.
Did you try patting your head while you rub your belly?
Chewing bubble gum
Tried
at the
that
same
for
time.
many years. It never works.
Sector admin room.
All right,
Somebody
I'll
said
go look for it again.
was above the door in PD's game. Admin room. So look up above the doors before you go in. See if you see one that says admin room.
It's cryogenics containment, upper floor access. But this won't open for me. I think this is where I came from, actually. It won't let me go back. Go back downstairs.
Oh,
Shit. Oh,
There's so many
I
people.
forget about it every time.
There's so many people saying different things in chat. Now, GB says the room with the number of desks you want is listed on a post-it on a ceiling fan, and you have to turn in place to read it. I love it. Oh my god.
do you think it's different in every game? How crazy would
Maybe.
that be?
Maybe
There's
it's
like 20
procedurally
different
generated.
ways you can get
Maybe
through.
people are just fucking with
Hey,
me.
there's a
That
code
could
up
be
there.
very well.
There's a number right there.
That's a 6-digit number.
Oh.
I need a 4-digit number.
Just get rid of 2 other digits. Then you got 4.
Okay, what'd you say? Alright, so that's not it.
Do you walk to school or carry your lunch? You need a slide ruler, somebody said.
Alright. That makes perfect sense. Alright, so yeah, like
Here it is. We got this. This is where we find it. Server room C. That's not what somebody said.
No, you
Somebody
need
said it needs this
sector
admin room. Sector admin. Go to a Wolfen VR channel and see the video. That's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, but is it an older video? Okay.
That's true, because they did update it. We got this, guys. It's like very scary, but wait, is that it?
basement, holding tank, central.
You got to look for sector admin room.
I mean,
Oh, hey.
Wolfen VR's video was 3 years ago. Might be different now.
It might be changed a little bit. I don't know.
I'll look. I'm gonna look right now.
Energy Labs hangar.
Maybe he's got a post-it note on his butt. Grab it. There's a needle on the stairs pointing the way.
On the stairs, huh?
Yeah, a room full of gamers. I think we got this. Yeah. It's like a riddle, man.
There's a ceiling fan. Ruuts.
There it is. Go through it. You got this. Wait, can you climb in here? Jump, jump. We tried to go up to that that ledge there. Wouldn't let him teleport.
Teleport up there.
If you guys can't get past this, I'm screwed. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. This is serious business. This code, this is the nuclear code. You know, when Biden's carrying around that suitcase or that briefcase, this is the code for that. Maybe, allegedly.
Weapons lab, sector admin. That was the room I was in.
Wait, it says you need.
Sector
Well, yeah, but
admin.
you need to
I'm
go in
watching.
sector admin room. It was.
I watched his video, and there is a orange post-it note that is right in front of the keyboard of one of these computers, but I don't think it's in the same room that you're in.
This has got 4 desks too. They've added a desk and they've gotten rid of the sticky.
His code was 3894, but they must be different every time.
I think there's a bug here or something, man. Honestly,
I think you're supposed to click that thing.
I know it, but I
Because,
did that.
yeah. It's not just
I don't know how many
not
times have I
letting you.
done it.
No, I think you need. Yeah, I don't know if it's changed now. That's the problem. This like when this video was made 3 years ago, when after Zach remastered it, he might have changed it and made it different now. Like I don't.
Well, that one we watched, the Crazy Charles one's only 13 days old.
Right, that's what I mean. Maybe that because maybe it was a sticky note before and it's not a sticky note now. Yeah, you got to decrypt this computer.
But Charles
Did
Crazy
Charles
was
have
able to
that
click
lock?
it.
Did he have that lock next to his though? He had. Did see the green lock?
Yeah, it was unlocked.
Yeah, right.
Is
So
yours
maybe that's why
locked
he
or
was able to
unlocked?
click-
What?
Yeah, it shows it as locked, right?
Okay, so maybe
Yeah, man.
maybe you got to unlock it first, Wes. Did you unlock it?
Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, we got to unlock it first.
Wes, just unlock it, bro.
Yeah.
I think we're done, man. I mean, the only thing I could do is change headsets at this point, and that would take another 10 minutes just to switch over. And
One
I'm
of
already,
one of your hosts would die.
yeah. I think we're done, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, man, that sucks.
Well, this is the reality of games in general. And if you weren't in VR, you wouldn't be. It's so frustrating to be stuck, in a VR game versus, a flat game.
I just hate to have an episode out like this where literally I get stumped on some
Ye-
bullshit. Honestly, I think it's a bug.
I think it's a bug. That's the thing. You didn't get stumped. You just can't.
PD saying other people on Steam are stuck at the same spot as Wes.
So it's a bug then.
Well, try 5065. Oh wait, we already tried that. Never mind.
Try 3894.
Yeah, 3894. I know that's gonna work this time. That's just so weird, man. I just want to click the button. Can I just click the button, please? No.
I'm gonna ask the man himself, because I sent him a link to this when
Is
we
it-
went live. He might even be watching.
If he's watching and
Zach?
laughing and just like, holy shit, these guys are so stupid.
These guys are the dumbest people
He's like
in
the
the
biggest
world.
troll ever. If he's watching and he's like, oh my god. That's the
He's
biggest
like, he's
troll
had
ever.
the answer the whole time. He's like, yeah,
Oh,
if you just
please.
look under the desk, dude, you'll see the code.
I just want him to like pop up a pair of googly eyes right now and say Zach Brown googly eyes.
I'm gonna hide under the desk.
Oh man.
You got this, Wes. I think you should just grab the mouse and click it. Oh man.
Love
Why
that.
you gotta put us through all this, Wes? Just click the mouse, bro.
True Prophecy
be-
says,
wouldn't be
having
some shit
fun
if it
watching
worked
you
all
be
of a sudden.
lost, no biggie. It's weird. I just want to not be quarantined anymore. We have the access, and we just gotta click the button. Just
What's the
click
name
it.
of this room that you're in? Is that the admin room?
This
that
is
you're in? The admin-
yeah,
Yes, this
dude.
is the
Admin.
sector admin room.
That's it. Sector admin.
Yeah, but you have to go to the sector admin room though.
You gotta go to the one with 3 desks, not 4.
You have to look at the ceiling fan.
Oh man, I just think it's a bug, but I think PD clarified it. Right?
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to call it an episode, and I'm going to switch over to my G2 just for shits and giggles and try again. And if I get to this spot and I can get through that door, I'll go live and we'll finish it on
Ooh,
up.
there you go. I may have to stay up now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to bed.
If you want to stay up, we'll play GAZZLERS right now. We'll go
Dude,
play
I love
GAZZLERS.
GAZZLERS is so good. Like now that we got stuck here, I wish he just had streamed GAZZLERS.
Yeah.
Or the music game would have been fine too.
Coming to Steam on March 30th. $30.
It's bugged.
ladies and
It
gentlemen.
needs to be 20 bucks.
Unfortunately, you can't play it.
If I go into the game and I can't click on, I just want to get out of quarantine, please.
Oh my god, I don't think we've ever had this happen
Movie
before.
stuff. Okay. We've been stuck before, but we've always figured it out before.
That's
Yeah.
true. Well, we figured it out this time.
I've
too.
never had
It's
to
just been out of.
Submit. This is
Is
First
that
time I've ever had to submit to a game.
well?
Video.
You're submitting that the game is broke. We have submitted to that before.
Yeah.
You know
Alright, I'm gonna find out what the problem was. I'm gonna find it out if it was a bug. Please God, let it be a bug.
what the bat?
If it's not a
Yeah,
bug,
right.
I'm gonna have to retire.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna go get back on camera, and you guys can see the pain in my eyes before we say goodbye.
Nice.
G says, was that something written on the pipe? What pipe?
Shut
One
up.
pipe. There's about
Shut the
400
fucking mouth.
pipes in there.
Oh, look, Roots, there's another ceiling fan, dude. Look.
Oh, there it is.
Ooh.
It's
You
written up
gotta
there.
follow it.
I bet you
Maybe I'm
there's a
supposed to count the boxes.
I think there's
So
a
Oh,
sticky
yeah, there
note.
you go.
3. No, but wait a minute. 2, 2, 3, 2. Yeah. All right. I'll be right back.
Yeah, well,
funny.
Corporate Zombie, I need to get back into that game. Corporate Zombie says I got stuck on the first bit of Wander, so
Yeah, I think we're gonna bring back a famous segment from Virtual Strangers called "Because I Said So,"
oh,
and my first one is going to be Roots needs to play Wander.
you need to finish, and mine
Wes
is
needs to
gonna,
play What the Bat.
and Eric needs to play Garden of the Sea.
I've already played it.
Did you win it?
I put like 3 hours in it.
Did
man.
you like it? Was it as
No.
bad as you thought, or
It's extremely boring. It's not as bad as I thought. Like, it's not What the Bat bad.
it's
Like,
not
it's
your
actually-
type of game?
Yeah, it's so not my type of game. Like, it's just like it's tedious. You know how I like, even in like really really good games, I don't want to go cut wood. I don't want to do tedious things to do other things. Like,
Right.
I mean, like, I don't want to go do this and do this and do this and grow this, so I have to get that, so I can get this, so I can do that. Like, to me, those are just tedious, like, nonsensical games. But people get in there and have a good time, and you build your own little thing, and you farm, and you fish, and you do this, and you do that, and I'm like, yeah, it's not for me. I just want to go shoot something in the face.
Garbage. Let's see.
Hey, I didn't even want to shoot something in the face. I'll go play like Wander, or I'll play something that's got a good story to it. I get where people are like it, and if you're like if you're like Zen and you want to get in there and garden and cook and
Clean.
I don't know. I'm trying to say nice things.
I
just
was
can't.
thinking, it'd be a cool game is like if you had a messy house and you just cleaned it in the game, and like vacuum.
Yeah. How
It's
about
like-
Power Wash Simulator, where you got to power wash and clean your car? Here we go. Laundry Simulator. You have to do laundry, and you can put stuff in the washing machine and wash it, and then you can fold it. You can iron. Oh, what a
Yeah.
game!
Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, I think you're muted, Wes. I can't
I have
hear.
a better idea that
Okay.
just came to me. First of all, did you switch back over from desktop to the other one?
Yeah, well, I got
Or-
you both on desktop, and I got the other one off muted.
That works. But
PD just
here's
sent
my
me a message, and it's like PD just DM'd me, and he sent me a picture of his video with a fucking orange post-it note right on the screen. Yeah,
It's not there anymore.
but again, I think this is an older playthrough, right, PD? That you're not playing the new remastered version. Yeah, because he's playing on his 1060, but this was back when he played on his 1060.
Oh God.
This is 3 years ago. So I think when he remastered it, he changed how you have to do this code. I don't think it's on a post-it note anymore.
He changed it. Before there was a post-it note, and now there's a bug.
Yeah, now there's a mouse you can't click.
Oh man.
So this is my concept for the next simulation game. It's going to win Game of the Year on Steam. It's called Security Pin Simulator.
Ooh,
And,
nice.
what you have to do is you have to put in 4-digit numbers, and none of them work ever.
Hey, that
like
works
it.
for me.
Just a repeating loop of frustration
Yeah.
and disheartening more.
What'd be cool is like the TSA experience, right? You got to take your shoes off, your belt, they yell at you, you got to stand in the machine, that would be cool.
ATM simulator. You get to go to the ATM, put your card in, take fake money out. Oh, it'd be so fantastic.
And every now and then you get robbed if you will go too late at night.
Oh, Fabster says you need a black light, but you'll find other things that you might not want to find with a black light.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
right. Those flesh cubes are awful sus, bro. So I get
Super
what you're
sus.
saying.
Yeah,
Flesh cubes.
Anyway, that's our show. Hopefully, I'll be back in a minute with to finish the demo up. with
That would be funny. That would be funny.
with my G2. Wouldn't it be funny if like it works on G2 but don't work on the Oculus Rift S?
That would be weird. But I mean, it could possibly be because you're playing with a native headset. I don't know. I mean,
Well,
that
with
dude.
the
I think
That
you
dude.
needed to upgrade your gun, and you just didn't, and that screwed it up.
Well, let's look at it this way. The bug exists. PD says many people are stuck there, but this guy that made this video 13 days ago clearly didn't have the bug. So it
Right.
also exists that somebody, somehow, some way you can play this game, and it would make sense that maybe it's just a native headset will allow you to do it.
All right, so Hawk 107 says it was the smartphone and I needed to slide it instead of clicking on it.
Well, you know, he was doing some crazy stuff with that phone.
Oh man.
Dude, if that's what it is, then I'm never coming back to the channel.
Yeah.
Ruuts is the new host of the
Wes
show.
is
Let's
like,
go.
I can't face him again. I can't do it.
Oh man.
Tune in next week while we play Polybius.
Yeah, it's very possible that it
Yeah,
was the
right.
headset. It was the Rift S. And if it is, we'll know because Wes will come
That'd
back
be
on.
weird though. Like what? I don't know how would the Rift S affect like something in the? I could see what it would affect like controls, but how would it affect something in the game? I don't know.
Well,
Well,
this
we
is
already know that I got the mouse click
that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
functionality
You were
working in the
able to
game.
Right.
jump with the click, so clearly the mouse is clicking on the other computer. Maybe that mouse is broken. It's that one computer. You
Oh.
need a new mouse. Can you switch mouses?
You need a new
I
IT
tried
guy.
that. I tried to grab one of the mice from the other desk.
Hmm.
It's just, maybe they got mixed up. These are all wireless mice.
Well, that's not the right mouse. It's the mouse with the orange post-it note, Wes.
I bet that mouse was made in
China.
that other place.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, probably.
Quality, cheap. I got it for $3 on what's the name of that web? Alibaba
Alibaba.
or AliExpress.
Oh man.
All right. So thanks for everyone who hung out to watch that. I apologize that I couldn't do more for you. I'm going to keep trying. I'm just not going to insist that people continue to watch me try. Nanook with the 449 pounds says, just woke up. Loving breakfast with the virtual strangers vibe. Thank you for the donation. Thanks for stopping by. Lucky you, you got in on the tail end of it.
I want to ask. I want to ask Nanak if you're fancy, because if you're fancy right now, you're eating eggs breakfast for you know what I mean. Because that's a pricey meal these days. And if you add bacon, please forget it.
Forget it.
Well, that's the thing I love about living where I live, man. Like there's a couple of places around here that have diners built into them. They're like convenience stores with diners built into them, kitchens. And if I go to the one that's just like a mile up the road, um, you get like bacon for like $1.70 or something like that,
Oh
and they give you
Jesus,
like a big thing of bacon.
that's
So
not
like
gonna last.
half the time, like I stop on the way home and just grab a couple orders of that with some bread. And
All right,
come
now I'm
home and pick
hungry.
it
It's
up.
almost breakfast time.
It is. Now I
Yeah.
want to be fancy too.
I know. I want to eat eggs and chicken wings.
Yeah, you think you're better
I
than
was
me? I
thinking
could have
about
eggs
I
and
was
bacon.
thinking
You
about
think
some
you're
chicken
better
wings
than
today.
me?
Yeah.
It's been a while. We need to go to B-Dubs.
Wahlburgers.
Anyway, if you like this atrocity of a video, click the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you like content like that, click subscribe. And we'll be back in just a few days' time. What we got coming up, guys? We got 2 weeks to go until PSVR 2 launch, and I think that PSVR 2 is going to lean, bear heavily on our content next week as well. So, well, you got anything going on over at Q2C this week, Eric?
We got our normal show for tomorrow night. Nothing nothing special. Just our normal show. We got lots to talk. We got lots of subjects to talk about. Me, Todd, and D, and then all good stuff. We got some games. There was some Quest games that launched that we're going to talk about. Barbarian launched. We're probably going to talk a little bit about that Survivor Nation, and then
Ruuts. We should have just played Seeking Dawn, bro.
I know,
That was a good one.
that was the choice, right?
Yeah.
It's still out
My whole
there.
thing with that was is that I didn't want to play Seeking Dawn for 2 hours. That's a game that we should play for a week.
Right.
Yeah,
Talk
right.
about it. There's like mining and things that you have to grind a little bit to get anywhere in that
Well,
game.
we've already done the 2 hours episode where we talked about it and played, and you know what I mean. We need to get further now. I think.
I
I
agree.
Agree.
Anyways, one more week to go before the next gen starts. You guys let us know what we want to do. Maybe we'll do Gran Turismo next week. Really, again, it depends on if there's people already playing it in VR on YouTube, then why are we gonna do it flat? Like we won't. But whether or not that happens, we've got one thing confirmed for next week, and whether the developer comes on, which he's said multiple times that he's going to, or not. I can't wait to talk about this game, Eric. It's really fun, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. That's one that probably I've been playing a few games the most, and that was one of them I probably put the most time in total.
Yeah. So if
Super
I
good.
can't get past this door here, I'll probably just go play more of that.
Yeah,
That's
or go
probably
get
what's
some more Gazzlers in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have some spot. There's a shield Roots. Did you know there's a shield?
I know. We missed out on the shield, dude.
Yeah, how far do you think you get with the shield now? If you got that far without the shield,
Please. You win the game.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, the links. Patreon if you want to support us. If you want to send me to San Francisco twice before the end of the year, please consider supporting us on Patreon, where for $3 per month, that's all we ask. You get exclusive content like this. I mean, how could you pass it up? You get our weekly show notes, you get insider updates, all for less than $1 per week. And you help us to do awesome things over here. So thank you to all of you out there who are supporting us on Patreon. And of course, if you don't have any money, that's fine too. Just join us on Discord. You'll find a link down below for the invitation to our Discord channel where we all hang out 24/7 and just talk life, talk gaming, talk the
We
issues
talk
of the day.
we talk the talk and we walk the walk. So
That's
Chinese
right.
balloons.
yeah,
Chinese
try
fly balloons.
yeah.
And with that said, friends, I'd like to thank you all once again for watching. For Roots and Eric, I'm Wes. Maybe I'll see you in a minute.
Maybe.
Bye. Oh yeah, it is 21 because of our friend Four Wheeler who just joined the ranks.
Nice.